morning, everybody. Oh, my God. We almost made it through the week. We got today and tomorrow left. That's it.
That's so cool.
So cool. And then we roll into Thanksgiving week, and pretty soon, snap of the fingers, it's December. And then we're opening up presents under the Christmas tree.
Yes.
Soon.
At our apartment where we all live together.
Yep, we all live together in a small South City
loft.
Small South City house, about 900 square feet.
The Rizz Show
one bathroom
complex for us is just we put all of our beds in the middle of a loft, and we just
No, I
fart
think
around
people
each other.
assume bunk beds.
Yeah.
Well, you guys have bunk beds.
Little
I have
do they
a
know.
full-size bed.
Little do they know. We barely speak outside of the studio.
I got top bunk.
BS.
Oh,
You got top bunk?
I get top bunk. I like climbing to
I
sleep.
used to be a top bunk guy.
That's cool.
Maybe used to, I don't know if it was camp, if it was, somebody's house, or, you go away on vacation and you go, oh, bunk beds. And you go, I got top bunk.
You're hitting your forehead.
I had some sort of thing when I was a kid that I would like. I was the opposite of a claustrophobe, where I would like finding enclosed spaces, and people would find me in there sleeping. Like they would lose me a lot, and after like a couple times of this, they would stop panicking when I would be lost, and they'd start checking small spaces. There was like a toy chest one time, and they found like some toys kind of strewn about, and I wasn't that kind of kid, and they're like, well, if there's toys are out here.
A clue.
And they opened the toy chest, and I was sound asleep in there.
Aw.
Look, a clue.
Little baby moon.
So, yeah, I would like tucking myself into these little holes. So the top bunk was as close as I could get
I don't know.
to, feeling like I was in an enclosed space up by the ceiling.
It kind of makes me sad to think that I went through a moment where I screamed, I want the top bunk for the last time.
And you didn't know it.
And I didn't know that was going to be the last time I wanted to be. I wanted to climb a ladder to go to bed.
Is this the first time that you heard I want top bunk, and then you said, well, I don't?
Or I'll take the bottom. I'll take the bottom.
Now realizing that you've graduated.
Well, you know why? It's more of I need to urinate in the middle of the night kind of situation.
Of course it is.
Amazing.
It's a prostate thing.
It's a prostate thing. It's fine.
Yeah.
But
That's funny.
No, we don't all live together. We all have our separate houses. In fact, Rafe has bought himself a house out in Creve Coeur.
Castle.
Yes.
And we discussed the other day how you haven't moved in yet, but there are already issues.
Yeah. That's every house, but yeah. It's a great feeling, but it's like as soon as you immediately had a suburban problem.
Yeah, county house, county problems. And, of course, it's the gentleman who lives next door and his German Shepherd who...
Yes, big German Shepherd.
Who's on a lead, but the lead leads into your property.
The lead is about 100 feet too long.
Gosh.
That's to me still. My mind. You were telling the story on the other day.
I showed you the video.
Where'd you get a 100-foot cable?
Yeah, and also you said it can go into the woods, so that cable could get stuck somewhere out there. Then
Well, he was wrapped around a telephone pole last night.
yeah,
What?
Really?
this is terrible.
Yeah, which was my opportunity. I got to have a one-on-one
With the guy or the dog?
with the guy.
Okay, so Rafe's dilemma was, hey, man, this dog is under my carport on my property. I'm going to have work done pretty soon at this house, and I don't need this dog on my property potentially to bite a worker.
Right.
Then it's on me. Then it's my problem.
Right. When the real truth is, I just don't want the dog on my property. Period.
Well, crapping on your...
At the same time,
Crapping on your lawn.
I like dogs,
Of course, we're dog lovers.
but he's a big 2-year-old German Shepherd, big, like the biggest of the big. In
100
fact,
pounds?
Yes. The guy educated me.
What's his name?
His name is Rocky.
Rocky the dog. Now, you had asked the owner, hey, can you kindly remove your dog from my property?
Right.
Well, I'd seen him one day, and he was up on his both properties have like rooftop decks over a carport, which is tight. It's one of the things I like about the house. He was on his deck. I was like, hey, man, there's some guys working on the street. It was a little loud, but I was like, I'm your neighbor. Bought this house. And he's like, congratulations. And then I was like, hey, man, do you think your dog's like under my carport. Do you think we could shorten that up a little bit just because I got people coming over? And he's like, because I said, is your dog friendly? And he goes,
You're right.
he's a protector. And I go, what does that mean?
Protecting, again, I don't understand.
That means you don't know. And
Protecting what? Protecting him, protecting the neighborhood, protecting the property, what?
He's a guardian of the neighborhood. Apparently my house, the neighbor's house, and the neighbor behind him's house.
Well,
But
yeah, because he's been made to feel like those are all three his.
Yeah. There's no boundaries.
that's what he told me last. So, saw the guy. I met the other neighbor. Another neighbor brought his dog over to see Rocky from across the street. Nice guy. Talked to him. I said, "Do you know the guy that lives here?" He goes, "Oh yeah, Hassan, cool dude, real nice guy. Been in the neighborhood for a long time."
Okay.
And I go, "Okay." So I'm going in like, okay, he's saying he's a cool guy, and because you guys were like, give it one more chance, be nice, be yourself. Don't.
Yeah, tell him to, because you had asked him, and
Yeah.
you thought maybe he extended the lead. Like he
It felt-
made the leash bigger.
It did feel that way. The dog was further on my property to the point that it would get about 50 feet on my property, up the steps, and onto the rooftop deck.
Right.
He's friends with the other dogs, though, in the neighborhood. Dog on dog?
Dog on dog. I mean,
He was okay?
The other dog was a Nikita, and they both were just beaten up.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
They were both kind of beaten up on each other.
Holy cows, you got a German Shepherd and an Akita.
Yeah, we got a couple.
Those are two badass dogs.
Cool. I won't rob anyone in your
No
neighborhood.
kidding.
So the dude comes over. And he's coming out to get the dog, and I'm like, he's wrapped around the telephone pole by my house. I'm like, he's going to have to come to me. It's not going to have to be a weird knock on the door, confrontation type. It's a perfect situation. So I hop out of the car. I'm leaving as this happens. I go, great, because I met a contractor there last night. And I'm like, hey, dude, what's up? Are you Hassan? He's like, yeah. And I go, he goes, yeah, welcome to the neighborhood. Couldn't have been a nicer guy. Couldn't have been a nicer guy.
Good.
Cool
That's
dude.
awesome.
I go, hey, brother. I go, he's wrapped around the telephone pole, man. He goes, oh, he's crazy, Rocky's crazy. And I go, okay. I go, I got him with the little, like, how long you been in the neighborhood? He's like, 20 years. He's like, I moved here from Egypt. And I was like, right on, man, right on. And he's like,
So
great
the first
neighborhood.
time you guys met, it was just pretty much pleasantries.
He was on the deck, pleasantries. There was a guy, like, sawing concrete on the street. There was a lot going on.
Now you really got to know him.
This is the first time I really got to talk to the guy. The first time I just said, hey, could you shorten the dog's leash? I got people coming over. He gave me the thumbs up and then lengthened it by 100 feet.
Right.
Right. As they do in Egypt.
As they do. As they do.
Yeah, in Egypt, it's opposite.
Egypt.
Yeah,
Well, you did
opposite day.
ask him on opposite day.
That's what happened. But couldn't have been a nicer guy. And then he's like, we were talking. He goes, I'm in the neighborhood 20 years. I go, that's great, man. I go, nice neighborhood. He goes, love it. I love it here. My family loves it here. Everybody loves it here. You're going to love it. I go, great. Can't wait, man. I'm excited to be part of it. And I goes, could I ask you for a small favor, though? And he's like, what is it? And I
Anything, my friend.
Anything.
Anything, my friend.
I love it.
I know. That's what he said. Actually,
Now
he
he's
said
Greek.
this. I can't wait to tell you what he said to me because he goes, what is it? Anything. And I go, could you shorten that dog's? I'm like, when you tie the dog off, could you keep him in your yard? Because I got little nieces. Because I go, he's pretty friendly. He let me pet him the other day, and he goes, oh, that's a surprise.
Oh.
I go,
That's
really?
not a surprise.
Normally he bites everybody.
Well, here's what he said. He goes, he must be getting to know you.
Ah, yes.
And I go, all right.
I love talking to a Middle Eastern person. They're always so matter of fact.
Of course.
Yes.
He must be getting to know you.
And I don't know. Like, I don't know the rules for Egypt about doing this accent, but
Did you
that's
bring
how
him
he
about
talks.
the World Cup? Because we found that out yesterday.
Very cool
right?
dude. He's a very nice guy. I think we're going to be boys. I hope. Fingers crossed. We got to see
Hassan
how
and
this
Rafe.
goes. But he was like...
Hassan, Rafe, friends for life.
That's
Yes,
kind of what he
yes.
said. He literally goes...
We are
That's what I
neighbors.
wanted to...
Friends
Yes,
for
yes,
life.
that's what... Yes, that is
We have a
exactly...
bond.
That was exactly his attitude, which I was
We are
pumped about.
bonded.
What's the art with the predator with the big masculine handshake with the muscles? You know what I'm
That's
talking
Predator.
about?
Yes.
Yeah, that's what you and Hassan were like.
Pretty much.
That's cool.
That is
Yeah,
kind of how we
you
shook
and,
hands.
yeah,
Because he goes,
Arnold
I went to shake his hand.
and
He
Carl
goes,
Weathers.
I went to shake his hand, and he goes, I touched the rope. My hand is dirty. And I go, I don't care, man. He goes, okay. And we did the
Yes.
Predator.
Did the turnstile like this?
No,
Yeah.
the Arnold and the Carl Weathers. You
Oh,
know,
yeah,
like
that's
Who had a bigger
Yeah.
muscle,
They
you or
call that the
Hassan? Are
turnstile.
you more
Yeah, that was
muscular?
cool.
Me, for sure.
Okay. I need it for the visual in my brain. Thank you.
But he goes,
And now we must cut our hands and mingle our blood.
Yes, like in the Owen sisters in
do
Practical
it. That's
what
Magic.
neighbors do.
Yes.
let's
This
do
is
it.
what neighbors do.
Your blood, my blood.
Mix.
And now we are brothers. So I was like, he told me like living in the neighborhood and all this stuff, and made little pleasantries, and then I asked about the dog, and he goes, I go, would you mind just like tying the dog off where he can just stay in your ear? I'm like, I'm a dog guy. I'm like, I just don't want any. I don't want you. I got people coming over to build a retaining wall. I got contractors in and out. I don't know. I got 2 little nieces that are going to be visiting all the time. Let's just, before it becomes a problem, let's take care of it, my man. And I'm like, I want to be good friends and good neighbors. And he goes, yes. I will do this immediately. And I go, all right. And he goes, you are a neighbor? You are my neighbor. So you are my family. And I go,
Nice.
Oh,
hell yeah,
great.
dude.
When is he going to?
This is awesome.
When do we swap partners?
I don't know.
Let me see your wife.
Let me see your lady.
The sooner the better.
He suddenly
This
became
is
Spanish.
tradition.
I don't know. I feel
That's
more comfortable
cool.
doing the Spanish one.
oh, that's called a hand wrestler.
Oh, it is?
The hand wrestler.
The hand wrestler.
Yeah.
And then he goes, he was so nice. And I was so relieved. And
Oh, good.
I
That's
feel
great.
like we got to see, though. I got to see. I'm like, let's see how much he shortens it. I'm like, don't just shorten it like 10 feet and be like, I did what you asked. And I'm like, yeah, he's still in my yard. I can't get on my steps. Like, I'm hoping.
Yeah, you're going in the right direction.
But he was telling me, he goes, this dog, he's purebred. From a police, he's like a police dog. He's a military dog. I told you guys this was the biggest German Shepherd. He goes, this is a purebred military dog from the Navy. I've got papers and lineage. And he goes, he has habits.
What kind of habits?
And that's what he was saying about like why he had him tied out so long. He's like, he likes to patrol. He's a security dog. He likes to patrol. And I'm like, yeah, cool. Can he just patrol a little smaller base?
Yeah, how
like,
about
I'm
a battleship instead of a aircraft carrier?
Yeah. I'm cool with it. And I'm like, can he just stay on the base? Like right now, he's going off base. Right now, he's going into town, and he's getting liquored up and having sex with the townie ladies. And some of the locals are getting a little upset, Hassan, because we just keep him on base. Yes.
Yeah,
I will do this
Hassan, he's been on leave every day I've seen him.
Cool dude. And then he gave me a fist bump, and he had 2 pinky rings on. So
Nice.
me and this guy are going to get along. I
Yes.
love this dude. And he goes, I must go to work. Consider this done. And I go,
All right.
Nice.
yes, brother. And I go, where you work at, man? He goes, I run a fencing business. And
You gotta be kidding me.
and I go,
No.
hold on.
This can't be true. Ropes, dog leashes, I would see all of that.
And he don't have a fence at his own.
What?
His dog is not fenced in.
The whole issue.
That's what I thought, too.
This is turning into a cartoon episode.
Yeah, that's what I thought, too.
Well,
I go,
let's hear him out. Let's hear him out.
I go, hold up, brother.
I bet, yeah.
Now that we're brothers and we're family, Hassan, I feel like I can speak plainly to you. You're telling me that your dog is 100 feet onto my property and you run a fencing business? And he goes, yes. And I go, you don't have a fence. And he goes, no, I teach fencing.
Oh, yes, of
Oh,
course.
my. Oh,
And I go,
damn.
Well, then why does he need to defend
Now I
your
don't
dog?
know who's going to kick whose ass if it comes down.
Yeah, you're like, I'm the more muscular one,
I go,
but
whoa,
he's
whoa. I go,
got a needle, dude.
And I go, you teach people like fencing, like sword fighting? He goes, yes. I am a master. And I go,
Oh, my God.
this guy, my house is safe.
It
My
is.
house is so safe.
Dude.
You're going to be in the
I'm going
backyard.
to put a sign on that says, I dare you. I don't know where the dog's going to be.
Are
He's
you
going to be
take up fencing?
He's going to be chilling. I think I am. I asked
Heck
him,
yeah.
I go, Hassan, could you teach me how to fence?
Family discount?
Family discount? And he goes,
Lunge,
yes.
Perry, lunge.
And, you know,
On guard.
I can tell some of my sense of humor is going to be lost on Hassan, and that's okay. That's going to be a fun thing for me. Because I go,
Listen,
I go-
you know how to run that gauntlet with Tina's parents who are Russian.
yeah. He was a great guy, and like he, like English is fluent English. I was right because I was like he knew, like he was easy to carry a conversation with. It wasn't like,
Yeah, it's not the words. It's just the cultural understanding.
yeah. And he goes, I go, could you teach me how to fence, Hassan? And he goes, of course.
I teach you.
And I go,
Pick up the stick.
I go, do you teach, and I try to do a joke because that's who I am, and I go, do you teach fencing for dummies? Because I'm kind of a dumb guy. And he goes, no one is dumb. People just learn in different ways.
Dude, here's what I'm Dude, he's going to
Dude, you're my Miyagi, bro.
Yeah, he's going to Mr. Miyagi.
He already has.
You're going to be washing his cars.
You know what?
Awesome.
He's going to be first rule of fencing. You must learn to live with dog in yard.
First,
I
you
go,
got
wait a second.
dog.
Paint the house.
Is this just you getting your dog back in my yard
The
again?
heck?
He's like, first rule of fencing is you have to learn to live with a beast in your backyard.
Did you
That
ever
sounds
watch,
like you're just trying to get your dog back in my yard, Hassan.
Did you ever watch Game of Thrones?
Of course.
He's the serial Pharrell guy, the water dancer that teaches Arya how to fence. You know, this guy even sounds the impression you're doing is serial Pharrell.
He was a cool dude, man, and I was like,
Let him teach you. You gotta come in and start teaching us.
Bro.
Pass it on.
I'll be fencing before New Year's.
Yeah.
That's a guarantee from me to you.
That is awesome.
Yeah.
It's gonna be like medieval times.
Just
in
the
your
way he
backyard.
said it to me made me believe in myself. Like, he didn't allow my self-deprecating humor to land. He just
No.
goes, no one is stupid. No one is dumb. People simply learn in different ways.
Man.
And he goes, I can teach you. And I go, okay, man. Hassan,
Are there any
it's
other
on, brother.
houses in this neighborhood for sale? Because I'm moving in.
Dude, I'm
moving
telling you. This turned from
You got to get 4 yards away though, unless you want dog poop.
This turned from a problem into an opportunity for me.
That's good. That's perspective right
huge.
there.
Assuming he does what he says he will do. That remains to be seen. He took the dog in the house. I haven't seen the dog out again in the
Nice.
yard.
All right, well, we'll see today.
But the neighbor gave him high marks. The neighbor I met was like, love this guy. He's lived in our neighborhood forever. Super sweet guy. Super nice guy. Everybody loves him.
Married, kids.
Hassan?
Yeah.
He didn't get into that. He knows that he's a
He's
fencer.
older. I would say
I'm
he's
married to fencing.
I am married to the sword.
to the
I took
foil,
an oath.
to the
Same
epee.
one you will take when our blood intermingles.
To the sword.
When our blood intermingles, you will take an oath to Hassan.
Married to the foil, and an occasional fling with the epee. Or
I am
whatever.
married to the mask. Yeah, he's like who are the dudes that put on other people's faces in Game of Thrones? He's that
Yes.
guy.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Hassan took his mask off, and I was like,
Yeah, this
Elon
dude-
Musk?
This dude's from Bravos.
Hey, well, I'm glad it worked out, and keep us updated on.
Yeah, that's the way I want it to go, man. I don't want it to
That's
be
wonderful.
contentious. So I hope he seemed like a truly sweet man, and as long as he ties the dog off, we're in good shape.
Well, maybe your New Year's resolution is to by at some point in 2026 you will be
Fence Master Rafe?
at least maybe doing some competitions.
I don't know. I think that would be a
could be
fun
your
thing to
thing.
learn how to do for real.
It would be awesome.
They got a club in St. Peter's. I watched them for a while.
They need to go clear out beehives safely.
This guy said it's in the neighborhood. He
Yeah,
said it's not far from our house.
Yeah,
so
they
if
got
it's
a bunch of
convenient.
clubs all over the place. Family was ice skating, and I turned around, and there's like a whole fencing class going on, and I was mesmerized.
Let's see if I can find.
Well, does anybody have any New Year's resolutions? Are you starting to think about it already? Because I just read about this whole. If you want your New Year's resolution to actually stick, try to soft launch it now. Like soft launch your resolution.
Ease into your
listen,
cold turkey.
we've all been there. You know, on July 1st, we're all full of optimism. This is the year I'm going to eat healthier. I'm going to exercise more. I'm going to save money. But by February, the motivation has fizzled out, and we're back to our old habits.
Right.
This all sounds familiar. Well, according to this one behavioral expert I read, we're setting ourselves up for failure by waiting for the new year. So they suggest a more smarter approach would be soft launching your resolution now.
Yeah.
So the idea is simple. Instead of making a drastic high-pressure change overnight, you ease into it, you start early, you give yourself time to test the water, figure out what works, build your confidence without the all-or-nothing pressure that comes with a New Year's resolution.
I always like to start the new year. Like it is something, like it's a page turn for me. I'm like one of these people. But I'm not.
But they say you're setting yourself up for failure here.
Yeah, but I've been doing it for a long time.
43% of adults give up on their goals within the month.
Yeah, but is it because they didn't soft launch, or is it because they're just lousy?
It's lack of motivation, it's life getting in the
committers.
way, and the resolutions being too difficult to maintain. So by starting now, you get ahead of the curve. More than half of the people who I guess the psychologists talk to agree that a soft launch would help them succeed. They felt it would help them settle into the habit of doing whatever you're trying to achieve.
Yeah.
I mean, I failed this year.
We are creatures of habits.
You know how I give up something that I won't eat for a full year? And this year I tried to just eat dessert as cake.
Yes.
And then I got about 3 months into
You lasted
did
until
good.
March.
Yeah, you did well.
That
I
was
did.
good.
But that was hard.
You
Because
guys
I'm
like me,
addicted to
though?
sugar.
Yeah.
I think I'm better when I do a cold turkey thing. Or if I like make a date and make a commitment and just cut something. I feel like that's much easier than pussyfooting it into it and being like, well, this week I'll only have 2, and then you're just like sustaining the addiction.
The other thing that's nice about this is it gives your brain the ability where it's like, man, I could do this at any time of the year. I don't have to wait for January 1st.
Well, here are the big benefits, they say. So number one is a no-pressure trial run. So sometimes the goals we set are not realistic. So maybe not eating cake or just eating cake for dessert is unrealistic. Starting early lets you try out small little changes, see what feels right. It helps you make smarter, more informed decisions for the real launch in January without the pressure of getting it perfect right away. Then you dodge the January pressure cooker. So when everybody's making resolutions, it could feel like a competition. Soft launching now, it's private. You could experiment, you could stumble without feeling the social pressure to succeed, which can often be the final straw in what makes you give up.
I'm kind of into quiet goals right now. Like things that I'm working on behind the scenes that I'm not publicly sharing.
Right.
And that's kind of where I'm at.
And that's the job. That's part of that, dodging the January pressure cooker of it. You also build confidence with small little wins. You know, success breeds success. Starting with small, achievable changes helps build momentum. And so instead of feeling bad about yourself for failing, you gain confidence with every small victory, making you feel more likely to stick with the bigger goal. And then you also start the year with momentum.
Well, I have a story for you because my husband goes to the gym pretty religiously every morning.
So for me, I would like to go back to the gym more.
Yeah.
I need to get back to the gym. That's my goal.
Well, I have something to tell you about the gym because I think there's a new trend among men.
There is?
Because he told me a story the other day about this. Tim was at the gym in the morning. And you know how they have like the little wipes that you can... They're everywhere, you know, like you can pull the wipe and then wipe down the equipment. It's nice. Like most gyms have that. He witnessed a man, he was working at some machine and all of a sudden went over, got the wipe and is wiping down the machine.
Yeah, it's a wet wipe.
Yeah. And then Tim said that this man appeared to have also taken the wipe that he just wiped down all of the equipment with and he stuck it and wiped his crack with it.
No.
Right there, just out in the open.
Did he?
That's burns.
Did he wipe the machine first and then wipe
did
his
wipe
crack,
the machine
or wipe his
first.
crack and then the machine?
It was crack last.
Well, then that's his business.
I mean,
did he go deep or just the top of
he
the crack?
appeared to go deep.
Oh my! So he wiped his tushy.
Yeah, with the wipe that he wiped down the gross equipment with.
He wipes his ass with his gym wipe down.
And I just don't know if this is like a thing. Is this something that like we're doing now? I haven't been to a gym in a while. Clearly,
I mean, I'll check.
Or is this
and see.
okay?
Yeah.
It's
check
good that
and
he had.
see.
You know, I would say go to the frickin' bathroom and wipe your
Yeah.
crack there. They're usually nice. They probably have wet wipes
I mean,
in there.
did he?
Well,
Oh man!
I just remember in college, I cleaned the toilet and then I had to go to the bathroom, so I sat down real quick.
Yeah,
And you know, you just use like the regular spray, and it burned like
so badly.
my rear end. And so I can't imagine that this is good for.
Do you use
just a
the
little
toilet
tickus.
brush?
Oh yeah. No,
Scrub out your crack or what?
heck yeah, man! You got to get it clean. I don't want to be silly.
Yeah, that's not tushy wiping chemicals on
Right.
there.
That's right.
You could burn your O-ring.
And he really went to. I
He
mean,
went-
there
Ugh.
was a text.
So he was probably not feeling his freshest, and maybe last time he had a bowel movement, didn't really get a good clean.
Right.
People are gross,
Squat and
dude.
squirts.
When I was traveling, I was using a lot of different bathrooms, gas stations, wherever. And I'm telling you, almost every single experience I had in the bathroom, there's at least one person that left without their washing their hands.
I know.
And it's like if people feel like they can do that if they're out and about and nobody knows them.
when
And,
you're
and
at
I'm
the-
just sitting there going, God,
When you're at a
dude.
public gym, there's a certain, you have to kind of know that there are gross people. They're going to be using the same equipment as you. They're going to be touching the same things as you. You don't know. You're hoping everybody washed their hands before they used one of the machines.
Yeah, but whatever the percentage is, and it's a guess at this point, 30%, 25%.
You got to put it out of your head, though.
Yeah, you just got to know that, like, a quarter of the world, they're disgusting.
There's only so much I could do here.
Also, if we all turn a blind eye to the lazy wipe. I mean, the wipe is more of a make you feel good situation. Like,
You're talking about on the gym equipment.
Yeah. Like, I'll watch people be like, put one squirt, and then they'll get up where their sweaty ass print is, and they'll be like,
right,
give it one little swipe. Like, it's not like
really.
they're really wiping it down.
You're just going through the motions. You
really want to get after it, you got to do it yourself.
It's the illusion of...
It's the illusion of we're all sharing a space, and I'm doing my part, you're doing your part.
Yeah, and you don't sign up for a gym not knowing that, like, this is public gym equipment.
Or they wipe down only one part. Like, they don't wipe down where their hands were. They don't wipe down where their sweaty back and ass were.
Okay, so listen to this.
And don't touch your mouth.
People sweat in weird places, okay? You got somebody with a dirty butt.
Dirty
and
butt.
And it's always dirty. Nobody's showering.
Somebody's got a
before.
dirty butt, like an extra dirty butt.
Everybody's got it.
Okay,
not
they're
somebody.
They're sweating down their ass crack.
That's right.
They're sitting on the machine, and you're getting on there next. They pretend the illusion of wiping it down, and then there's your sweat intermingling with dirty butt sweat. You just got to put it out of your head.
Yeah, you just got to. That's what you signed up for.
Listen, I'm down for that.
You ain't working out from home. You decided to share equipment with the public. That's what it is. Take a shower afterwards.
All their materials are black and not white. I think they should move it to where everything is white so you can see who's
Nobody
dirty.
wants that, Scott. Nobody will get any resolutions done. Listen, we're not focused enough on the fact that are we, as a society, allowing people to wipe their cracks with the gym equipment wipe?
That is normally looked down upon people in the society we live in.
Just want to stamp on it
But
here.
there's also crazy people at the gym. You can't... There's guys, I mean, I take videos of people there's like 4 or 5 guys in my gym that I'm like, what is this guy doing? Like, he'll come in
taking
jeans.
videos of people at the gym?
You're going to be on the news soon if you keep that up.
I don't care. It's hilarious. I'll put it on my stories. Go look at them. Like, it'll be a guy. There was one guy that was just like, I can't even remember. He just came in. He's just got like street clothes on. I don't even know what exercise he's doing. I don't even know what this is supposed to be. He was just...
Russian lunge.
He grabbed 2 dumbbells and started running back and forth in front of the mirror in front of everyone.
You know what, man? Gym's supposed to be a safe place.
And I was like,
no judgment zone.
Yeah,
the gym is a no judgment zone.
I know, especially
Rafe
mine. That
Williams.
was a Planet Fitness, so I was like, I could get kicked out of there.
You get kicked out, and blacklisted
for judging.
I was just like,
thank God nobody's got a camera on me when I'm making weird lifting faces.
Well, it's the same thing in the gym. Bathroom. There's like a guy in there plugging in he's doing business in there. He's got his phone plugged in. This guy's clearly using the gym as his one-stop. This is where I shower. This is where I bathe. This is my office. He had a computer plugged in. He was like logging into emails. Like he was doing business in the Planet Fitness gym. Whatever, dude.
Nobody's here
spend as little time
Nobody's
as
here
to
yuck anybody's yums, but let's not be wiping our dirty butts in public with
Please.
the.
Okay. And I feel like when I was going to a gym, I was very deliberately not. I mean, I was working just as hard at the weights as I was at not looking at anyone. You know what I mean? Like there was I
don't want to make anybody feel uncomfortable.
I probably didn't see a face or actually put my eyes on any other human beings because you're just like laser focusing on not looking at anyone because I don't want somebody seeing me look at them thinking that I'm judging them or this or that or I'm
got a lot of ladies there in tight yoga pants.
Exactly. Yeah. And I just want to make sure that everybody is like knows that that's not what I'm here for. No, and my eyes are just like this. You know what I mean? Like I'm just like a robot.
I'm not looking at you.
Same.
Hey, speaking of sharing.
And if my phone comes out, it ain't pointing at nobody but the crazy guy. Everybody knows what I'm doing when I'm filming because everyone in the gym's looking at each other like, what's up with this guy?
Hey, speaking of sharing, so I do want to bring up this email. Now, my buddy who does radio down in West Palm, Kevin.
Oh, Kevin?
Kevin Ralston. Good dude.
Good.
Works at the Hubbard station down in West Palm. So he got an email, and he had to send this to me, and this is amazing. This is an email that came over to him that I do... This is right up our alley, and I do want your opinions on this.
Okay.
Okay, so this is what they wrote to Kevin. Again, this is all speaking of sharing. One of my good friends told me he saw my dad at a swingers club on Friday.
Oh, no.
One of my good friends told me.
This is Kevin's a radio guy, so one of his listeners emailed him.
One of my good friends.
One of my good friends told me he saw my dad at a swingers club on Friday.
Okay.
He writes, I knew my mom was out of town visiting her sister, so I guess it was possible, but still surprising. My friend said my dad looked very much like an active participant. So I asked my dad, and he admitted, yeah, he goes there from time to time.
Okay.
He confessed that my mom had lost all interest in intimacy and that it was an itch that he still needed to scratch. My dad believes it's harmless. He cites how close my family is and how happy my mom is, especially since she's no longer burdened by sex. Dad admitted that my mom didn't know because she can't believe that a person can't just turn off the desire to want sex. My dad justifies that it keeps balance in the family. He asked for my confidence, and I told him I don't know how I feel.
Wait, to keep it from Ma?
Yeah.
Okay.
Of course, this happens right before the holidays. Do I let my dad keep his secret?
Ooh.
Oh,
love
man.
this.
Man, I love this.
Man,
I know. You know, without giving too much away, this is not similar in any regard, but I have had a family member tell me something in confidence.
Oh, what is it?
I'm not
Yeah,
gonna
tell us,
talk about that.
And your
But-
response was, what am I getting for Christmas?
Yeah.
Ooh.
No. And it sucks because it's like, you know, but also it's a respect thing, and it's also like a keep the peace thing, and also it's like, why bring something up that could dismantle the
Okay,
family?
but we have two parents here,
Right.
and you're caught in the middle. Dad's got his swinger secret, and then Mom doesn't know.
Well, Dad
Right.
doesn't just have the secret. He's now asking you to hold it too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, this is unfair because it's like, this is a direct hit to Mom.
But and Dad didn't seek out son knowing.
Yeah.
The son found out.
Right.
The dad swings.
The dad goes to the swingers club. Mom doesn't know. Now Mom doesn't want
Intimacy physical
anymore.
intimacy. And yeah, and maybe Mom's going through menopause. There's some dude, the more I'm getting into my menopause journey, my perimenopause journey, the physical intimacy part, like your libido, it like crashes. And so I've been reading a lot about that, and like I think that this is a very common thing, unfortunately, where men's testosterone or men's hormones don't fluctuate as much as women's. And so yeah, like the libido could stay for a longer time than the wives, you know what I'm saying? And so that's a real like physiological bummer that happens.
But
the mom can't help it.
But the problem at hand here,
Yeah.
what does the son do?
I know. This is a weird situation.
A very weird situation.
I think he's got to swing with dad.
What?
Yeah.
I think the only way to fight fire is fire.
I think you just asked Dad,
Dad-
what am I getting for Christmas, Dad? You want me to keep the
Dad,
secret?
you have made me uncomfortable. So now it's time for me to make you uncomfortable. Because next time you swing, your baby boy's going to be in the corner looking to tag
no.
in.
Oh, no.
No tagging.
And then all of a sudden, Dad's swinging life comes to an abrupt halt.
Can you be a swinger without the other person in your relationship being cool with
Yeah,
it?
Doug says this doesn't make sense to be part of a swingers club.
Oh,
You have
yeah,
to
yeah.
bring
As a
you have
solo.
to bring a partner.
Especially
Yeah.
as a guy. They don't like roving males.
What
That
if-
is
What
like
kind
the
of
least,
swingers
that's
club?
the least. They'll let single women join a lot. They will not let, because like when I went to the nudist camp and did my show, they told me the same thing. I was like, I did a bunch of interviews with them, with people, and was asking questions I really wanted to know. One of the questions I asked was, I'm like, what, a roving male wants to join the nudist retreat. And they're like, we typically don't. And like, we have made exceptions for like single females or someone whose partner
this guy's
passed
got an
away.
Exception. I don't know.
But
Maybe he
he's like-
donated to the club.
Well, I didn't say that it was.
Maybe he's
Both
running
sexes.
the club.
Yeah, maybe,
Yeah, maybe it's
could be a gay club.
Yeah.
Could be a gay club. I don't know. Maybe Mom knows, and this is Dad's way of saying like, don't bring it up to your mother, because maybe her knowing that her son knows would be like even more detrimental.
Ooh, man.
Well, if Dad has X amount of secrets, which you just uncovered one,
That's a pretty big one.
Well, how do you know that he's telling you the full truth and
Right.
that mom is, asexual at this point and blah, 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 blah? I mean, he's got his...
He got his out.
He's still got his thing to protect. Now,
Also-
if he's telling the full truth, kudos to him, I guess, for not further trying to hide it. But, dude, I'm interested in what you guys feel. If you were the friend, do you tell the son?
Like, Moon, I saw your dad.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, if I saw your dad, there.
Where is he?
Okay.
Tell me where he is.
You're gonna have to play along. I'm sorry to bring that
How
up.
old is his son?
You're gonna have to play along here for a second, Scott Rizzuto.
Tell me where he is. Is he with Lern's dad?
Yeah, my dad and
If I saw your
Dennis are
dad's-
hanging out at the
Is he with
club.
Scott's dad, too?
Yeah, Harold's
Yeah.
there. It's a great time.
Dad club.
Okay, I apologize. Anyway, your dad's still around.
Would you know my name
Oh, no, not Clapton.
if I swung with you in heaven?
Oh, I hope they are swinging in heaven.
Yeah, all three of them together, I'm sure.
Yes, Dad.
So play along.
Dennis Greg in.
Your dad's still around.
If I saw you in heaven.
All right. Okay, fine. Moon, go.
I'm being honest. I don't think at this point in my life I would tell you. Because I don't want to put it on you.
That's heavy.
It's
That's a good friend.
it's heavy for me, but it's less heavy for me than to put it on you.
Yeah.
So I think I'm just ever so slightly upset at the friend.
Here's
Yeah, I could see that.
Yeah, because you could just go to if you know him and your friends, you obviously know who the dad is, just walk over to him and be like, what the heck are you
Hey,
doing
what
here?
are you...
Like this
Hank.
this is only going to
Hank, what's up,
potentially
buddy?
hurt the son
Yeah.
and the family.
I can tell you also from experience, I don't think I've ever talked about this on the air, but the son telling the mom could have fallout that you don't anticipate too. Because like when my parents divorced, I was grown, but I caught my dad at a motel with a woman, and they had already been having problems. But like, I saw his truck parked at a motel, and I pulled in, and I caught him walking out of a motel with another woman, and I was like, wow. Wow, dude.
This is real.
You
Let's go.
heartless piece of
You were just
trash.
saying that his dad was tagging my dad in heaven, okay?
Do it
so.
slow.
No, I know, it's great.
No, what are we doing? This is
keep
the
going.
show.
Keep going. This is it.
Go on.
So I stood there, tears in my eyes. I said, Dad, why is she so ugly?
Oh, damn.
Kidding.
She's a
She-
listener.
no, she
That's
was-
your
Team
stepmother.
Rizz listener.
Kidding. No, she wasn't.
I had to, like, basically be like, hey, you've got, either you tell her, I'm going to tell her, whatever. Like, I'll give you a couple days, but. And then when it all shook out and he moved out and all that stuff, like, my mom was mad at me for a while. It was kind of a weird thing. She's apologized since, but, like, she kind of, like, hung it on, like, well, because it messed her life up. It messed her life up, you know, and I understand that. Like, their parents are human and they're people too, and it's like sometimes if you go back and tell mom, and mom already kind of knows but didn't want to know.
Right.
Yeah, you never know.
It could come back on you,
It was
too.
a
Like, you don't ever
serious-
know what is going on behind closed doors with your parents' relationship.
When in doubt, rat him out. What?
Oh, what?
No, I'm kidding.
Okay.
I mean, do what you think is
I don't know,
right.
man. I'm just trying to make rhymes up.
Do what you think is right, for sure.
Yeah, it's hard to know.
And
It's
but
as
I'm
if
saying,
we
like,
can't
it was
predict the
that was a
future.
weird fallout I didn't anticipate.
So it's like your mom knew.
I don't think she knew. They had been having problems. It was like a woman that he worked with, I think. And it was like she had known, and it was supposed to have stopped, and then it started up again. And I kind of like, I became the catalyst of the divorce by like catching him. You know what I mean? So it was
but
like
it's not your fault, really.
it wasn't, and she knows that. And she was my mom's awesome. She was like, it was a hurtful, confusing time, and like
Right.
I didn't know.
I think in this situation.
But I'm just saying, like, with stuff like this, you never really know what the fallout's going to truly be because
Yeah,
you don't
what-
know what they've gone through as a couple.
What's the end game here? If you tell her, what is it gonna? Is it gonna make things better? Or is it gonna make things a lot worse?
Well, it's already awkward having known your father is at the swingers club.
And how
what
about
I
your
mean.
buddy is also at the
Yeah,
swingers
that's
club?
Yes.
the funny thing.
Well, yeah, he can.
Well, buddy's buddy,
Yeah. I
right?
don't know. I feel like the guy's name is Ben or something. Ben can do what he wants. You know what I mean? But Ben shouldn't have told me. Keep that to yourself.
I mean, if mom's done having sex with dad and it's over and she's like, I'm tapping out, like, let's just be old. I mean,
If that's a true story.
if that's a true story,
which unless you blow the whole thing up, you can't even find
How
out.
clean is this swingers club, by the way? Is Dad bringing stuff home?
Maybe Dad's bringing somebody else to the swingers club. That's how he's getting in. So this whole thing could be a spider web of lies.
You have a conspiracy brain,
I'm
my
just,
friend.
I'm just
You're
saying,
right.
like, I don't people that lie and cheat are typically liars and cheaters.
Well, that's true.
I'm sorry to say that it's hard for me to believe people that cheat.
Yeah.
So, like, and when cheaters get caught and they tell you one story, it's never the truth.
By the way, this is all down in West Palm,
Yeah.
which is where I want to move, like that area.
Well, you better buckle up,
Buckle up, buckaroo.
Yeah.
I'm coming down there, and I'm swinging. What?
Niels,
What?
You heard it here first.
What?
Kevin, send
Runs in the
Rizz that
family.
guy's email.
Yeah, people are strange. There's a couple stories here that I do want to talk about. Speaking of strange people, has anybody seen the video of the woman twerking at the funeral?
Oh, man.
On the
I just
casket?
did this morning.
Yeah. Did
No,
you see
I
it?
have
No,
not.
this
but
was
I'm
not
imagining
on
it
the
in my
casket.
brain.
It's not on the casket. It's in front of the casket.
Was that like a tribute twerk?
Well, why don't you? Moon's going to pull up the video.
There it
Okay,
is right
get
there.
it.
In a Chiefs shirt.
Oh, right.
What's
on.
up?
She's in a Chiefs
Go Chiefs.
shirt.
Okay.
That makes it okay.
And there is a. So this is making the rounds here. I'll play the audio. It's.
And that's the Chiefs. Forever down.
There we go.
Damn.
Give it to him, baby.
Do the splits.
Do it.
Oh, she did it.
Twerked so hard her shoe fell off. That's awesome.
Oh, she twerked herself out of her shoes. Okay, so to paint the picture here, there is a white coffin.
Yes.
This is obviously at a funeral home.
Yes.
The coffin lid is open, so you could see
Open casket.
You could see the deceased.
Yeah.
She is in a chief shirt with tight pants. Mm-hmm. There are children in the front row, by the way. Mm-hmm. If you notice this.
There's a little person, yes.
Now, when he said little person,
three kids.
Actually, kids.
It's
Three kids under
I didn't
under
see if it was
5
a
years
boy or a
old.
girl.
Yeah, the clip. Okay, so this guy has gone viral, by the way. The clip shows a woman dressed in the Kansas City Chiefs gear, and what appears to be a funeral service. She walks up to the open casket, bends over, and begins twerking just inches away from the deceased man's body. Mm-hmm. And the woman on the microphone can be heard cheering, give it to him. Go on, girl. People laughing. All this unfolded in real time with kids sitting in the front row witnessing the entire scene. So people have their thoughts on this. People are condemning the act, calling it disrespectful, unnecessary, completely inappropriate for a sacred space. One commenter called the situation a damn shame, especially with young kids present. Another person wrote they hope the video was fake because it's humiliating. I'm going to take the opposite angle on this. What if this is what the man wanted?
That's right. I'm with you 100%. We don't know this. This could have been his best girlfriend, and this was like an inside joke that they had.
There's no context here. All you're seeing is the woman twerking and the woman on the mic going, "Give it to him. Go on, girl."
And,
Right.
and no one being offended.
Right. Everybody's just whatevs. Also, I'm sorry, like people drink and party at funerals now. Like
I swear
because that's
he
what
opened one eye.
the people want. So it's like we don't know. Like my best friend in college, my college roommate, we have a thing called the stripper stomp, and you better damn well know that if either one of us die first, we will do a stomp in each other's honor. So it's just you don't have to know everything. Yes, it sucks that this is posted online. That's almost the most inappropriate part. Is like
It's not
we
even-
have to see this.
They didn't even post it. Somebody that's doing it for rage bait posted it and said she should be ashamed for twerking like that at a funeral. That's the
Okay, so somebody was upset.
This is a rage
Somebody
bait
was
post.
somebody was upset, and you don't know if this person who posted it was even at the funeral.
No, I don't.
But they
think
got
so.
they got the video of it,
Right.
so it's pretty funny.
It's just whatever. It's celebrating a life and in their own way. And if you're
Yeah.
offended by this, that's fine. But like
agree.
we don't know their situation. That could have been the thing that
You
they
know what,
love to
Moon?
do
I
together.
agree.
So let's say-
Everybody that like is probably the people that are the most outraged are the ones that are all like, "You do you, man. You do you," and then they're throwing
They're
shade
doing
at
it.
every single
They're
bit
doing-
of
they're doing
anything that's
themselves.
different.
Right. Nobody's upset. Nobody's
Now,
trying to get her to stop.
What if I told Moon, hey, if I pass first at my funeral, I want you to dry hump the coffin.
If you told me that, if you asked me
I'm
that,
like, hey, Moon, if
Hey.
I go first, I want you to dry hump the coffin.
I would respond with, I will 100% do that. Could I ask you a favor? Could you please tell your children
No, this is
that you've
between us.
asked me
This
to
is
do
between
this?
us.
Well,
Hey,
This
bud,
is between us.
you just make an announcement.
real friendship is not having to ask. I'm going to do it anyway.
That's so sweet.
So if I asked you to tell your kids and you said, no, you want to humiliate me
No, but it's my final wish.
in front of your family.
My final
Your
wishes.
family, your final wishes are to humiliate me in front of your family at your funeral.
In the receiving line, somebody's like, oh, that's Moon. They used to work together.
Yeah, I would do it.
And then you just all come and just start dry humping the casket.
You asked the right guy, because I don't care what people think.
I
of
feel
me,
like there's
so I
plenty
would
of
do it.
context here, by the way.
What context?
People are cheering. Everyone's loving it.
Yeah.
That's all the context I need to know that whatever's going on. There's no gasps. Everyone's laughing and having a good time. To me, that shows me there's some sort of
Yeah,
pre-existing relationship that makes this okay.
they're all in on it. Maybe this
You will
guy.
split.
Celebration of life is different for everybody. This guy probably loved twerks.
They have parades in
New Orleans. Yeah.
when somebody dies.
Yeah, also, like when my dad died, everybody was drinking Jack Daniels. I mean, all of his biker buddies, I was up in the receiving line for the wake, everybody was hammered and laughing and crying and celebrating.
People
It's like-
grieve in different ways.
Absolutely,
Our
they do.
family always had it where in the back of their trucks there's coolers, and they just go out in the parking lot. And
That's right.
That's where they hang out.
Well, our family does it where you'll hold the casket above your shoulder and everybody dances all the way down.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's what I want. You
Yeah.
guys want?
Oh, yeah. Like
Crowds, your last crowd surf.
Yeah, dude. You know what I'm talking about?
The
With, like,
coffin dance.
Yeah, and they're like full on dancing.
So it's
with
like
the coffin.
Ghana, the guys from Ghana, right?
I don't know.
We'll just put your body on that platform thing that you use with Greek fire whenever you get on the crowd.
Yeah, the red couch.
My family goes full weekend at Bernie's, and then we each, for 40 days, we treat our deceased loved one like Elf on a Shelf. And we just, at night, we pose them in different places in the house, like, Grandma,
Yeah, dancing
who
pallbearers.
tore up all this toilet paper?
Yeah, the dancing
Look at this.
pallbearers.
They even sit down and do this thing on their shoulders.
It's awesome.
Yeah, it's Ghana's dancing pallbearers.
Gone away.
Yeah, Americans are so stuffed up with their grief and their funerals. It's like, can we maybe just
There's no right
chill?
way.
You know what? I want a twerker at mine.
Yeah, there's
Yeah,
no right
I want it
way.
for
Like,
you.
how can you?
And if you want to be sad in the corner, crying your eyes out, that's fine too. I'm not saying you can't grieve like that, but I think life goes on, and I think that a lot of people these days are like, I don't want a funeral, I want a celebration of life. I don't want people to be sad, even more sad than they already are. I want you to pack it up and pour one out and dance your ass off.
Oh, no. For me, there will be 5 days of mourning.
Well, we will shut the highways
Yeah,
down.
the highways will be shut down.
I'm up for a change of pace.
5 days. There will be 5 days of mourning.
Yes,
I'm
your
up for a
body will
change of
lie
pace.
Bring in the twerkers.
here in the studio.
I've been to so many funerals that are like 24-hour sad songs. You know what I mean? Like I just, it's so much and it's so heavy and it has its place. But
Of
I'm
course.
ready for a change of pace.
Yeah, I've been to
I'm
some
ready
funerals.
for a pallbearer dance.
I've been to some funerals where, it is a true celebration of life. I've also been to funerals where people have tried to jump into the ground.
That's fine.
With
I love that, actually. I love people that mourn so outwardly that that is the grief coming out. Because you need to get it out. If you submerge it, you're going to be depressed forever.
My friend's dad went to it. It was actually pretty cool. They put him in his boat. They had the truck. He loved being on the lake, dude. And this guy was just like a fishing guy. And they had not a bass tracker, like a little bigger, almost like a ski boat.
and they buried the boat?
No, but they took him instead of putting him in a hearse, they brought him out and they popped the coffin in the boat. 6 dudes got in the boat with him and held on, and they drove him out to the
Because
cemetery.
you could watch videos of cars getting buried with the person he loved his Corvette.
Holy smokes.
Now I'm
No,
sure
I didn't do that.
That'll cost you some money. And here's Dad, loved his Corvette. Bury him in the Corvette.
Yeah, my dad was buried in his rascal scooter.
That's great.
Buried in a Corvette. I mean, aren't there laws where you got to encase it and all that? Are they encasing a Corvette? They're pouring concrete?
It looked like they were just burying the car.
Where is that possible?
I don't know. I guess if you got land,
Yeah, I guess you can do.
you can do whatever you want. My land.
But you can't every time, because every time we look it up, you can't do whatever you want.
I know.
There's some weird laws and things. You got to
This is
go.
America.
Last time I checked,
Last
there's a
time
lot
I-
of laws.
If you look closely at the Bill of Rights, getting buried in your Corvette is in there.
It's what our founding fathers
That's
would have
right.
wanted.
He's like, no illegal search and seizure, and any man who wants to get buried in his sweet-ass Corvette shall do so.
Mm-hmm.
It's tight. Mm-hmm. I believe that was put in there.
Yeah,
by
is the woman twerking in the Chiefs shirt, is it normal? No.
Sure.
It's not. But, you know, we grieve how we grieve, and I have no problem with this.
I support it. Not only do I not have a problem with it, I like it.
What is and what is not acceptable at public events? I could think that, but that's not a public event. It was a private. It was a private service.
Yeah, it's unfortunate that we have a video of it. Whoever is taking the video and then putting it online to be
Rafe, who's videoing people at the gym being weird. That's who's doing it. Mm-hmm. Yes.
It would be hard. I'll admit it. It would be hard for me not to pull a camera out if I'm at a funeral and somebody's twerking on the.
Of course,
I'd be
we'd all have our cameras out.
No.
Yeah, but I wouldn't be doing it for rage bait. I'd be like, oh my gosh, I can't. I got to show Rizzuto.
Right, I can't.
I got to show Rizz. He's not going to believe this happened.
All right, so that's making the rounds. Another video making the rounds is something that actually Rafe witnessed when he was out in Yellowstone.
Yeah. Crazy. They released it.
And you came back, so you were in Yellowstone
Early October.
Mm-hmm. You came back and you were talking about this. And I didn't know there was a video that was going to eventually come out.
Yeah. They were looking for the guy. So the guy who wrote the book on the wolves of Yellowstone, I got to meet him accidentally because of this. I was on this wolf tracker guide with my guide, and there's a guy named Rick who was in. I sent Lern this Is Love podcast about wolf number 10, and this guy has like extensively studied the wolves of Yellowstone and done a lot for wildlife research and conservation. He's like the granddaddy of Yellowstone. Like all the wolf people know this guy. And he was like making the rounds, trying to find the person who took video of this guy because he got out of the park. And he bear maced like 6 wolf pups, but they're big. And I was like, and then I saw 2 of the pups on my wolf excursion the same day, and they were like, oh, they got separated because this guy maced them. And I was like, dude, they're bigger than you think. Like the puppies are bigger than most dogs.
Right. Well, here's the news story on it. Listen to this.
This is a story that is getting a lot of attention today. A hiker was spotted at Yellowstone National Park making a dangerous decision.
Go ahead and start running, dude. Here comes that one coming down the trail there. Ooh,
some people at the park recorded a video of him getting way too close to a pack of wolves. So as you see, the man approached the 5 black wolves off of a trail.
Now he's walking right by. Look at that.
Wow.
Look how big they are compared. Like, yeah. Those are pups, but as they get closer, he realized how big they were, and he started getting scared.
And people are yelling, dude.
Yeah, everybody was mad at him.
Get the hell away from there. They're yelling.
Same type of guys trying to get a close-up picture of him touching a bison.
Right.
Gets the horn.
This is insane. And then when one of them got too close, he sprayed them with something.
He's spraying bear spray.
Did he?
Yeah.
And the National Park Service says they have no reports of wolves attacking tourists, but they say that this could have really gone badly.
So this a-hole, so there are signs everywhere that says do not approach wildlife.
100%.
And I thought you couldn't even have bear spray in the park.
You're not supposed to. Oh, no, you can have bear spray.
You can? Oh, okay.
Yeah, they sell it at the lodge. In fact, they want you to have bear spray because you're so likely to see one.
Yosemite, they say you're not allowed to have it.
There's grizzlies here, though.
Why is he walking like Machine Gun Kelly after he sprays them? He's walking like
he's real hard.
So here's the scene. So this is people watching from a safe distance.
That was Machine Gun Kelly.
As a pack of 5 black wolves, they roam in an open field. Suddenly, this guy, this idiot in a white scarf, just strolls out to me. I'm gonna meet the wolves. So as you can hear in the video, you know, people are yelling. And at first the guy seems to be backing away, but as the wolves start to bound towards him, and then the wolves do surround him. He then changes tactics and starts walking towards them. Man keeps goading the animals. He then raises his hand and appears to fire off a shot of bear spray, which doesn't seem to bother the wolves at all, but you know, they keep coming as now he's starting to retreat until, I guess, the wolves turn and they run away.
He's lucky that, from what I was told, these are pups and not, because they were just being curious. My guide told me now they're 4 months old right here, and they're already bigger than probably most dogs. And he said that they haven't really hunted yet. They don't really know. They're just kind of like, there might be some instinctual predator-prey type stuff, but mostly they're just being curious.
Yeah, a Yellowstone wildlife guide, he says, this was a group of pups born this year. So he was not in any real danger.
Right.
They were so the pups were curious, so that's probably why they were going towards him. It was probably their first ever interaction with a human.
Look at this idiot.
But
what is this thing?
But so we got that story making the rounds, and then Moon sends me the story of a guy who had another interaction with wolves that didn't go so well.
Yeah, man, wild too. Because when I was a kid, I watched this who's the guy? The Last Generation's Brad Pitt, Robert Redford. I watched the Robert Redford movie, and I think it's the famous one where the meme zooms in on his face.
Jeremiah Johnson.
Yeah, and at some point in the movie, he gets attacked by wolves, and I was so afraid of wolves because I loved being in the woods. And I know we have coyotes out by our family's property and all this kind of stuff, and I was like, I'm going to get attacked by wolves. This is so scary. It was like one of the scariest scenes I had seen at like 5 or 6. And I remember my dad saying, wolves don't attack people, man. Like, if you get big, like they're not going to attack you. You're going to be fine.
They're more scared of you.
Exactly right. It was the dad line that comforted me.
They're more scared of you.
Until I read this story.
Right. Okay, so this is a story that serves as we'll say a chilling reminder of how quickly a peaceful moment in nature can turn into a life or death struggle. So it's about a young university student. His name is Kenton Carnegie. Loved the outdoors, and his love of the outdoors led to a pretty tragic end. So let's set the scene here. It's November of 2005. 22-year-old Kenton is in a remote area of Canada called Points North Landing. He's there for a university thing, working on a geological survey program, which is a perfect fit for a guy who loves nature. So he's out in a remote part of Canada doing college work. So on November 8th, Kenton decides he wants to go for a short walk to a nearby lake to go look at the rocks in the bay, which sounds like a perfectly normal, peaceful thing to do. But the Canadian wilderness is a different world. So a colleague, this bush pilot named Todd Skarkoff, had a bad feeling about it. He warned Kenton, hey, don't wander off from the camp alone. And he even offered, like, hey, why don't you come play hockey in the airport hangar? But Kenton, an avid nature lover, was determined to go on the walk. So as he walks through the snow, about a mile from the safety of the camp, a lone wolf appears and begins to follow him, stalk him. Kenton noticed the animal and picked up his pace. But his situation grew more and more dire. 2 more wolves emerged. 2 more wolves now joined the first one. Now he's got 3 wolves. And then the pack begins its attack. According to the reports, they knock him to the ground. He tries to fight back. But against a pack of wolves, he ain't going to win. Back at the camp, as evening fell, people are like, where's Kenton? He hasn't returned. A search party then made the grim discovery: Kenton's body surrounded by a multitude of wolf tracks. The person called to the scene to help was a local coroner, a woman named Rosalie. And her story is perhaps one of the most haunting parts of the entire, tragedy here. She later describes the experience to the news as bone-chilling. She says, we were cleaning up and taking care of the young man. We started to hear them howl. And it was too close for comfort for me. It felt as if I would reach over and touch the one to my left. It just seems like he was close, and I could hear the rest. And it sounded like 4 or 5 of them, like calling to each other. Imagine that, standing at the site of a fatal wolf attack, only to hear a pack of howling wolves just out of sight, as if they're watching you. And 3 days after the attack, wildlife officials shot 2 wolves near the camp. A post-mortem exam found hair and other material in their stomachs that were Kenton's.
That sucks. The whole thing sucks. I hate that they were shot. Hate that he was eaten.
Yeah, eaten by wolves.
I mean, you're in their territory, right?
That's what I always say.
Yeah, but our dads told us that they're more afraid of us than we are of them.
Your dad
Well,
isn't going to protect you all the time. That sucks.
That's why I always get sad of those stories of, an animal attacking a person who's in their house.
Right.
yeah.
who then the wildlife people have to go and shoot them or trap them. Or
remember that movie, The Gray?
was that Liam Neeson?
Peak Liam Neeson, dude. Peak Neeson. So good.
I don't think they do that in Alaska, by the way. Every time I've been up to Alaska, they have told me about people that were just killed. It's like a regular occurrence. It's like a, you know,
It ain't no thing.
we lose X amount of people to car accidents in the city every single day, and they lose X amount of people to grizzly attacks or avalanche each month or whatever it is during the season. The last time I was up there, 2 people had been killed within a week, one of which was good friends with them, and the way that they were talking was like, yeah, you know, this is what happens. If this is the risk you take if you're a biker and you're going out on the trails, or if you're a snow machiner and you're out on the mountains.
It sucks.
Like there's a X amount of percentage. It's far larger than in St. Louis that you're going to die by nature. And they don't go and hunt down the grizzly that killed a biker. It's the bikers in the grizzly house, like you said.
Mm-hmm.
You once you step into this territory, you're now part of the food chain.
Yeah, the way they talked about it was strangely relaxing.
Yeah, almost too much.
But somewhat chilling. Because the way that they were talking about it, they said, because we were doing snow machining across this lake and then up on the mountain, they said, hey, we're not going to go over here. There's an avalanche a couple weeks ago and kill some of our friends. And we're like, oh my God, dude, so sorry. Thinking that they'd like tell us a little like, yeah, it happens, man.
So I'm wondering, the city of Yellowstone, let's say the wolves attacked him and killed him. Mm-hmm. Would the rangers then have to go and kill the wolves?
Man, I wonder.
Yeah, I don't know if they're protected. I mean,
in a place like that.
Yeah. Or if they're in danger.
Because this idiot with the white scarf at Yellowstone while you were there,
yeah,
I kind of wish they and then kill him.
There's a guy on the video.
Didn't kill him, but just kind of give him a good scare.
There's a guy on the video later that's like, I don't know if I should say this, which we're recording, but like,
get him.
If they get him, like, it's kind of on him,
right?
You know, and he's just kind of like, I'm not going to go intervene. He's like, if it happens, it happens.
You're on
like,
your own, buddy.
Because the video is taken from like a viewing area, and that guy
looks
left.
Far away.
That guy left the viewing area and approached, like, walked out into a field where they were, and approached them.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of the wildlife people were kind of like, because it's a lot of those wildlife photographers I told you about, like setting up. They're like, well, that's on him.
Yeah, it's on him. There's plenty of signs.
I would imagine they would. If there was an animal in the park that attacked a human, I think they still would, because he was telling me, like, they're not endangered anymore. Like, they've come back at Yellowstone to a point that I think adjoining properties, because, like, if wolves get off of the national park
reserve
property, like adjoining farmers have killed wolves.
Them.
Yeah, they've killed, like, tagged wolves before.
Well, also, once they get the taste of human flesh.
You wonder if
they never eat it again.
If that group,
they need it.
If y'all were all up there watching this dude, and then he goes down, does everybody just go, I didn't see nothing. You see anything? I didn't see nothing.
I'm running to get help. I'm definitely not running into the wolves.
I'm not running to the wolves.
Let's all vote on it.
I'll get somebody.
For
I didn't see nothing.
That did it to himself.
He did it to himself. There wasn't any wolves out there.
I would turn my back until let me know how it turns out.
And what kind of dummy doesn't carry about 10 different balls whenever they're out there in the woods so they could throw them to the wolves?
Yeah, you're right.
Go fetch.
Right. You dummies. It's
Listen,
easy.
we got to take a break, but first. And it's brought to us by Hot Shot Sports Bar and Grill. Score a shot at $10K during Blues away games this year at Hot Shot Sports Bar and Grill. Get all the details at hotshotsnet.com. From St. Louis, Beth Hartman is our team. When Beth started listening to the Rizz Show, she became hooked instantly, and now she is a full-fledged Rizz Show weirdo. She says, I love that it feels like kind of a TV show. Friends were... Oh, it says it kind of feels like the TV show Friends, and we're on her radio every morning. Loves King Scott so much, his personality really sneaks up on you.
I love that.
Cute.
Thank you.
Beth works at Trader Joe's.
Oh.
She loves Jesus and her family. And she loves the Rizz Show so much that she wakes up for it.
I'll see you at Trader Joe's later today.
Heck yeah.
Yes, will I?
Yeah,
I will see you in a few.
I forgot something.
The old Hubbard St. Louis potluck, and you guys forgot to bring stuff.
Well, I didn't forget something. I was planning on shopping.
Yeah.
I didn't realize yesterday was Wednesday, and when I was sitting on the couch watching TV falling asleep, I go, oh my God, tomorrow is Thursday.
You're part of the party planning committee.
Yeah, it's your party.
I know.
We're here because of you.
I know.
Beth Hartman from St. Louis is our Team Rizz Member of the Day. Get super sweet Team Rizz Member of the Day soccer jersey. Get yourself signed up 1057thepoint.com/Team Rizz.
Truth is, we just wanted the food to be as fresh as possible for the
Yes.
coworkers
You just
that
wanna
we
go to
love so
Trader
much.
Joe's.
Yeah, well, we just love our coworkers so much that I wanted them to experience the freshest Trader Joe's has to offer.
Oh, she meant to say, I love that the show feels kind of like the TV show Friends. We're even cooler on my radio every morning. She's saying we're cooler than the show Friends.
Well, duh.
I want to be Rachel.
We're all Joey.
You're definitely Rachel.
Thank you.
The rest of us are Joey. It's just
Yeah, we're
a show
all
of
Joeys
Joeys.
and one Rachel. All right, Lern, what do you got for us?
Melancholy and the Finite Opera of Chicago. The Phoenix Hotel is closing, so you better get your reservations in now. Stars, they're just like us. They poop themselves all the time, and the best rock bands according to Billboard.
All right, we got that. We got your crappy birthdays. We got the porno birthday and another Dolly Parton money grab. You see this?
I can't wait.
Oh, boy. We'll chop it up next. Stay there. To the program, phone number 314-624-3833 or 618-398-3833. The Schreier Air text line, 314-649-DUMB. The Mick Ultra Studio Cams, 1057thepoint.com/Rizz. The socials, at RIZZ Show. Your emails, RizzShow, 1057thepoint.com. All right, who's ready for a road trip, guys? The Queen herself, Dolly Parton. She is getting her very own themed travel stop in Tennessee. That's right. So if you ever been driving down I-65 in Tennessee, you might know about the Tennessean travel stop near exit 22 in a little place called Cornersville. So let's be clear. This is not your average run-of-the-mill gas station. This family-owned spot has been a local legend since 1974. Anybody know about this place?
No.
Nope.
Down I-65? So we're talking about a place with a sparkling clean restroom, a full sit-down restaurant with a daily buffet,
Oh, nice.
a killer smoked bologna sandwich. Come on, guys.
It's not Wally's, it's Dolly's.
Oh.
Hand-scooped ice cream and even occasional live music. It's already a destination.
That's cool. She bought this?
Well, this great spot is already great spot is going to get the Dolly treatment. So starting in the summer of 2026, it will be officially unveiled as Dolly's Tennessean Travel Stop.
I love it.
They licensed the name, or did she buy it?
You know, I'm not sure. She's got her hand in a lot of things, right?
Yeah, but you know what? When I went up to Cleveland and I went to that Dolly Parton bar, she has nothing to do with that place. So maybe this is similar. Somebody's just a mega fan that's taking advantage.
Well, she has to be licensing it.
So,
but she's not.
She said it perfectly. And you know what? She was quoted, so she may be involved in this. She says, "I've spent the bulk of my life on the road. You want a place that feels like home and recharges you for the rest of your journey. I believe we will fill a void out there on the highways." Yeah, so I guess she is involved.
Our girl.
That's
Keep going.
amazing. And they said that it looks like they want to not just do that only one. They're going to do it all over the country.
They will be doing it all over the country, apparently. The new stop will have all the modern comforts you need, plus amazing food and shopping that celebrates everything special about Tennessee, with all of Dolly's signature bejeweled flair.
You know, if they want to do something a little tongue-in-cheek, they need to have 2 speed humps as you roll in.
Yes. Yes. Giant speed bumps. So the location of Cornersville is just the beginning. They're already planning more stops in Tennessee and even across the country, designed for both professional truck drivers and family road trippers.
I'm in. They're trying to name the Birmingham airport after Ozzy Osbourne, which I'm also very supportive of, and I am supportive of this. I think the legends of music being all around our world, I think that is so much cooler than, even historic people. Let's take away statues of historic people from, the Constitution, and let's put up rock stars.
Okay. Could all rally around that, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Rafe just discovered that Dolly Parton's got her own cake mix. She's got a lot of things going. A lot of irons in the fire.
Dolly muffins. They plump when you cook them.
It's now Dolly Parton rest stops. All right. All right, today is November the 20th. Back in the day, 52 years ago, 1973, a fan got to play drums with The Who after Keith Moon, who was reportedly loaded.
What?
Yeah.
That one time?
At one time. He collapsed in the middle of a concert.
And
So he's behind the drum kit, and he was so sloshed that he falls out of his seat.
the show must go on.
The show must go on. So
I've been a part of a couple tours where drummers have passed out and fallen out, and it's never been the case where it isn't a serious enough thing to stop the show. You stop the show. If your band keeps going, they're not super worried about you because you've done this a lot.
right. Well, with
That's
Keith
a
Moon
big
passing
deal.
out, they're in San Francisco. Pete Townsend asked for a volunteer drummer from the audience.
Oh my God.
Up comes 19-year-old Scott Halpin.
They know you're such a problem that you've now passed out in the middle of the show, and they're like, well, we got to keep going.
Well,
Never mind this guy.
Scott takes a shot of brandy, then plays 3 songs, including My Generation.
Heck yes.
And that was the history of that.
They did a Limp Bizkit cover? That's cool, man.
That same day, Charlie Brown Thanksgiving aired on CBS for the first time. 43 years ago, 1982, Drew Barrymore becomes the youngest host of Saturday Night Live at the age of 7.
One of my friends passed out. He was drumming for a band called Funeral for a Friend that was opening up for us in St. Louis, actually here at the pageant. And it was a big deal. I was freaked out. We almost canceled the show because of it. We hadn't even played yet. And then we played, and that guy now manages Sleep Token.
Wow.
I was listening to them yesterday. That band rules.
Yeah, he's doing well.
42 years ago, 1983, an estimated 100 million people watched the controversial ABC disaster movie The Day After. So this movie, which had been hyped for weeks before it aired, depicted the aftermath of a nuclear war. So those of you too young to remember how terrified we were supposed to be when we watched this, they got to look at what a huge moment it was for everybody when the cast of The Americans watched it during the show's 4th season. So I guess, who watched The Americans?
I watched
saw
a
a
lot.
few.
I haven't finished it, but I've watched a few seasons. It's great.
So I guess that was a big deal when The Day After aired. 40 years ago, 1985, Microsoft releases Windows 1.0, the very first version of the Windows operating system. And 10 years ago in 2015, The Hunger Games Mockingjay Part 2 was released. It was Philip Seymour Hoffman's final movie.
What is
for his
the
death.
hand signal?
Yeah, it's
Isn't it
like
this?
the Boy Scout thing or something.
I don't know.
Two?
These are gang
Two?
signs.
I don't remember.
That's
I thought
West
I thought it was
Side.
3.
Oh, this is West
2 is
Side.
Cub Scout, 3 is Boy Scout.
Yes.
You ever see those movies?
West.
What is it?
Yeah. What is
pretty
this?
good.
This is
Frankfurt.
I think it was this.
Live
Spock.
Long and Prosper.
Yeah.
Okay. And that's what happened back in the day. All right, time to find out what's going on in the world of music and entertainment with your crap on celebrities.
That's exactly right, Rizz. And we're going to
Thank
start with this. Back in March, you may remember Billy Corgan, friend of the show, announced that he would celebrate the 30th anniversary of the Smashing Pumpkins' third album, one of the best double albums of all time, 1995's Melancholy and the Infinite Sadness. And he was going to do a 7-night run of the Lyric Opera in Chicago. Well, it's happening. It's billed as a night of melancholy and infinite sadness. And the first of 7 nights is happening tomorrow.
Well.
Features Billy Corgan and a group of guest artists to back the Lyric Opera of the Chicago Orchestra and Chorus. I want to kind of go to this.
So they're doing the whole double record with an orchestra.
Yeah, which is so great. Like, think about Tonight.
Oh, yeah.
Dang.
That's going to be so cool. So here's Billy talking about, how emotional this experience has been for him.
If you know the album, it's an emotional experience. If you don't know the album, then it's made so if you're an operatic fan or a classical fan, it's interpreted that way. So we're not trying to do rock and roll go with opera. We're taking rock and roll into the opera.
Okay, so is he singing or is it going to be...
I bet he is. I mean, what else would he be doing?
I don't know.
I mean, I would imagine he's going to get up there and sing. And then I don't know if anybody else in the band is going to be there. Like, is James Iha going to be there? I don't know. But I
Wait, is
wish...
James in the band right now?
Yes,
he?
he is.
He is. Oh, yeah.
It's Iha.
Iha, excuse me. I've been calling him James Iha my whole life.
Wrong.
Okay.
Very insulting.
I'm very upset. This record was the first album I ever bought with my own money as a kid.
Oh, no way.
It was
That's
the
cool.
first concert I ever went to.
Trivia question.
Really?
Yes. 1995, 1996, first concert. I begged my mom. I was like, can we please go? They were playing SIU Carbondale at the Saluki Stadium down there. And I went, got a Zero shirt, had the full experience
Nice.
as a kid. You know, I was in grade school. And I wish that he would be doing a longer version of this. And maybe he will after the success. I imagine many of these nights are sold out. But following the opening night tomorrow, there are other dates like Saturday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday, all the way through Sunday, November 3rd.
I imagine this like when Metallica did their thing with the San Francisco Philharmonic.
That was really cool.
Probably, one off. They'll probably do this in Chicago. That's it.
Record it, put it on a record. 3 months later, it's for sale.
Well, I can't wait to hear it in some capacity. Tom Morello has some bad news for all of you Audio Slave fans. He says the surviving members are no closer to releasing unheard material featuring Chris Cornell. He shared in 2019 that the band at least had an album's worth of unheard material, but now shares that there's no plans to release the tracks.
Oh, dang.
He explained that it's not for lack of anything other than we just don't have it together. He says, I would love for it to get into the world. Hopefully it will one day.
Shameless plug. Chris Hobbs from Greek Fire in Cabo has nailed every single tone, every single solo. I'm like, we were rehearsing for this Rage tribute on the 26th, and holy crud, if somebody's coming for Tom Morello's job,
it's Chris Hobbs.
It's Chris Hobbs.
That's awesome.
Oh my gosh.
Well, look out.
Right. Zach Bryan just posted a very long message on Instagram saying that he's been sober for almost 2 months. He told fans this isn't some greater than thou sentiment. He just wants to speak up because a lot of people struggle in silence. He said,
"Who's this Zach?
This is Zach Bryan. Bryan.
So it's not Zach Bryant?
No, it's Zach Bryan.
Okay, so
the country artist. He sings Pink Skies.
I know. Is there somebody with the last name Bryant?
Yeah,
there's
Kobe
Luke.
Bryant, who passed.
No. He's talking about Zach Bryant. I thought it was Zach Bryant.
Luke Bryant.
No,
Luke Bryant.
Oh God,
right?
Is he the one with the kind of strange face?
He's the one that
butthead?
has a really good song. Rain makes whiskey, makes my girl a little
show me
bit
picture.
frisky.
He's the one that looks like butthead.
Listen, they all are white,
that, like,
and they all
tries
look
to
the same.
Let's
dance
get our,
like a dancer.
Let's get our Bryants together.
Listen, okay, while you do that, let's talk about
Zach
this.
Bryan.
Zach Bryan,
Okay,
who
show me
actually
a picture.
very much likes
Show
his
me a
music.
picture of Zach
Okay,
Bryan.
so Luke Bryan is the butthead face.
Right.
That's that guy.
He's got
Okay, he's the one on The Voice.
Yes.
Right,
Bryan.
yeah. And I hear he's a really nice guy.
So Luke
Zach Bryan, Zach with a CH.
Zach Bryan. Zach Bryan. Okay, Zach. Two silly first names, by the way.
That's Zach Bryan. He looks like every man we've ever seen at a point event. Okay.
Oh yeah, he don't look like I
Okay,
thought he
so
was gonna look.
I'm sorry. Everybody, okay.
Okay.
Oh, wait.
Let's get this straight.
Luke Bryan?
Yes.
And
There's no Bryant.
Zach Bryan.
Yes, both
Yeah.
two first names.
There's no Bryant. It's
Bryant
Kobe
Gumbel
Bryant
is the only Bryant.
and Bryant
Okay, there's
Gumbel.
no Bryants.
Yeah, get the T out of here.
Okay.
Thank you. Back to me.
That's it.
Let's go.
Thank you for clearing that up.
Thank you for going off track. Here we go. Zach Bryan served in the Navy for 10 years, immediately launched into sudden fame with his country career, said the pressure built up he did not notice. He admitted that he was reaching for alcohol not as a taste, but as a black hole in him that needed a void to be filled. And he said that he's been working with a therapist to help him change the way he copes. Now he says he feels great, content, and whole. And he's reminding people that it's okay to be weak at times and need help and get your crap together.
All right, this is the
Are
guy.
you telling me there's no Bryants?
There are no Bryants.
Luke.
I
Now
always
is the
thought there was a
time.
Bryant.
Wow.
This Zach Bryan guy is the guy that got hammered this summer and chased after the other country guy and tried to climb a fence to
Sure.
get him. Okay.
Okay. Now we got
What
it
other
straight.
country guy?
Gavin Adcock.
Jim Bryan?
Adcock.
Gavin Adcock.
I don't like that.
Who's that?
Another country guy.
Let's look him up.
Let's see. He probably looks like Zach Bryan.
No, he looks like he's kind of a chunky little turd. Like if Waylon Jennings had diabetes.
Oh yeah, that's
He's the new Waylon Jennings.
He does look like that, Rafe.
It's so weird. This Gavin looks like a guy named Luke, and Luke looks like a guy named Gavin. They're mixing their fake names up.
Yeah, it sucks. It's hard out there.
Look at him cheesing in his mugshot. Okay, now I kind of like him.
Just
Yeah,
like
he's
Waylon
doing
Jennings.
he's doing his Waylon impression.
So Zach Bryan got hammered and tried to fight that guy at a festival, and there's a video of it.
Yeah.
Oh really? I feel like this guy would win.
I really just like the song Pink Skies, okay?
Yeah,
I'm
he's
not
like an
trying
ex
to-
D1 football player who's like
This guy?
comes out with no shirt on. He's got like his pot belly hanging out. Yeah, he's like
Yeah, my money's on
he's
him.
headed to rehab.
Zach?
No,
No,
he's
Gavin.
he's talking
Gavin,
about
okay.
My money's on
Adcock.
Gavin in a fight.
They're both
Thank you
turds.
so much.
They're both turds.
In a real. Hopefully, they would punch each other at the same time and both be knocked out.
Okay. Guys, San Francisco's iconic rock spot, the Phoenix Hotel, which welcomed everybody from Neil Young to David Bowie to Kurt Cobain, has been announcing that it's closing its doors after 4 decades this January. So this is the place where Kurt Cobain once proposed wedding vows to Courtney Love, and I will read them to you as follows. Do you, Kurt Cobain, take Courtney Michelle Love to be your lawful shredded wife, even when she's a bitch with zits and siphoning all your money for doping and whoring? End quote.
What?
Okay.
Aw,
Did you make that up?
No, that's a direct, that's straight from Kurt's lips to my ears.
that's so sweet.
Linda Ronstadt and George Lucas rented the entire Phoenix for 2 weeks while dating. And Anthony Kiedis, who called the hotel, quote, the most sexually, intellectually, and culturally stimulating hotel in San Francisco, stayed there with the Red Hot Chili Peppers and Blondie's Debbie Harry and JFK Jr., who were once accidentally booked in the same room. So this place is iconic
Closing?
for like
Are they
rock.
knocking it down?
Actually, the hotel was purchased by a culinary company last year, and they chose to not renew the lease. So they're probably going to redevelop it into something new. But I'm one of these people that go. I love going to boutique hotels or iconic places like this. And I honestly had never heard of the Phoenix Hotel, and now I'm a little bummed that I will probably not be able to ever.
Well,
see
if they don't knock it down, you could still, I guess, go to
Drive
the
by.
site and try to feel the ghosts of
Neil
rock and
Young.
roll past.
Yes. Moving into movie news, and if you are somebody who's a diehard Wicked for Good person that doesn't want to know anything, you might want to just tune out for
let
1
me
second.
Take my headphones off because no spoilers.
I know there are some spoilers here. So again, Wicked spoilers incoming. Do not at me. So there are 5 key scenes in The Wizard of Oz that you may want to see before you go see Wicked for Good, which comes out Thanksgiving weekend. So for those who don't know, the timeline of Wicked for Good has some overlap with the events of the 1939 classic. So the different scenes that you probably need to watch ahead of time.
Okay.
Number 1, Dorothy's arrival in Oz in Munchkinland, her house killing the Wicked Witch of the East, and then she meets Glinda and the Wicked Witch of the West. So watch that scene again because you're going to see something about it in the movie. When the Wicked Witch attacks the Scarecrow on the Yellow Brick Road and throws fireballs at him, that's going to be revisited. Okay. The moment when the wizard tells Dorothy the Scarecrow, the Tin Man, and the Cowardly Lion that they need to kill the witch and bring back the broomstick, that's going to be significant in this new movie. Dorothy accidentally killing the Wicked Witch when she throws a bucket of water on the Scarecrow and gets the Wicked Witch wet and melts her. That's going to come into play here. And then also when the wizard leaves Oz in the hot air balloon without Dorothy, that will also be addressed. So. That's what you should watch in the original because there's going to be things to correspond in the new one.
I saw a headline that said that it's really underperforming, but you're telling me it's not even out.
It's not even out yet.
It's not out yet.
Well, I wonder what they were meaning. I mean, maybe it's.
I read the complete
reviews?
opposite. It's going to be the biggest movie of the year. It's going to make $150 million.
You think so?
That's what I read.
$150 million on opening.
You want to
weekend?
bet it? Why don't you guys make a little wizard bet right now?
I feel like you've got a gambling face on right now.
You actually owe Scott $100.
I don't owe him.
Earlier
I got that
gambling.
right. I don't owe him
These
anything.
gambling apps are really getting to your brain. Okay?
$150 million by
Everything's a
Sunday
gamble.
evening. $10.
I didn't say it. I just read it.
Well, what do you believe? Do you think it's going to be big?
I don't know.
I'm gonna believe the
I
headline
believe
that I
that those
read.
two are insufferable. That's what I believe.
So you're not going to see it.
$10 under $150 million.
Okay.
Mark it
Somebody
down.
keeping score in the
Mark
audience.
it 8, dude.
Mark
Wait, I'm
this
going to see here.
broadcast.
Let me just see.
Oh, you want to do some research? Before
No,
you bet
I want to
this?
read the article.
I thought you read the article. You said it was going to be the biggest
I
movie of
want
the
to
year.
be 100% on this.
Global or U.S. box office?
So, Variety, this is what I read. Wicked for Good aims for biggest opening of 2025 with $150 million plus debut. That's in Variety.
Will they get there?
They paid for it.
Do they have pre-sale already or something?
That's a Yelp review that they paid for.
In Variety?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Paid
Fine,
advertising.
$10.
All right, $10. Writing it down.
Damn
Write it down.
Why am I betting on these two?
You're addicted to
I'm betting on these
betting
two.
on them.
I'm betting on them, and I don't like them.
This is a win for me both ways.
You have a problem, sir. Guys, Kevin Spacey needs some money, so maybe he can start gambling. So his current financial situation isn't great, and he's homeless. He's currently been living in Airbnbs and hotels, and he goes where the work is. He said to a recent interviewer that his financial situation is not great following the scandals, which eventually saw him acquitted of the sexual assault allegations leveled by 4 men in the UK. But he said, you know, all of the vigorous denial of any wrongdoing has cost over the last 7 years astronomical prices. So for him to gain his acquittal of that.
Lawyers cost money.
Lawyers cost money, and he is living in Airbnbs and not getting any work because nobody wants to work with Kevin Spacey anymore.
Right.
Go ahead.
So the Minecraft movie, when that came out, that made $162 million opening weekend. Lilo and Stitch in May made $146 million. It's doable.
It is totally doable. Ah, man, I don't know.
Doable thing.
By the
You know
way,
what's not doable?
That Minecraft movie.
The first week it made $112.5 million.
I have some upsetting news.
Please. I live for it.
A sequel to The Family Stone is in the works. Now,
I don't know this movie.
If you're unfamiliar, this is Diane Keaton.
Oh, my wife loves
Spoiler,
this movie.
I love this movie too. This is one of the most ridiculous Christmas movies. It's sad, it's weird because the brothers swap girls, okay? And spoiler alert, Diane Keaton dies in the end. Well, Diane Keaton died earlier this year, as you may remember. And so, Thomas Bazooka, who directed the 2005 holiday classic, says that he's been working up on a follow-up movie since before Diane's death. And I don't know how I feel about this, to be real. I don't know how Mallory's going to feel about this. That was one of those movies that mom dies at the end, and the kids, everybody's cool because everybody found their soulmate, even though it's weird because the sisters swapped with brothers. Super weird.
Okay,
the only reason I know that is I came up from work, and she was watching this, which she does every year. And I go,
it's on Netflix right now.
I started watching for a couple minutes, and then I'm like, wait a second. So who slept with who? And then I started stuff, and she goes, listen, I'm going to stop you right there.
That's right.
You're not interested in this movie. I'm telling you now, you're not interested.
And you're not going to be?
Yeah. And she goes, and I'm not going to catch you up. I'm not going to spend my minutes telling you what's happening. Just leave me alone.
You're not going to like it, so I'm not even going to bother explaining.
Yeah,
you know what? I appreciate that.
And I go, yeah, you're right. Thanks. And I left.
Let's
I
not
love the
waste
Stone
anybody's
family.
time.
The Stone family is one of my favorite movie families of all time because of how dysfunctional they are. And Diane Keaton, Rachel McAdams, the guy from Coach, Sarah Jessica Parker's in this, Luke Wilson. What is it, Dermot Mulroney or what's his name? Is that it?
The Family Stone.
Everett.
I don't know this movie.
It also seems like one of those movies that
You know it.
there's a few
Claire
that are
Danes?
incredible that you can. My wife can start playing it. Somehow, I realize now I'm cleaning somewhere else in the house or doing
There you
something
are.
else. I'm like, oh, I just left the room very
I
quickly.
cry every time. It makes you think of your mother. And, you know, if you've ever lost somebody, the holidays can be tough. And it focuses on that, the grief around Christmas.
So there's a sequel in the works.
There's a sequel in the works. I don't know how I feel, but if everybody from the family is in, I might be in. Guys, they don't call him the Shat for nothing. William Shatner once pooped his pants during a Broadway show, and it wasn't that long ago. He was recently on stage talking about Shatner's world, We Just Live in It.
Shark Trek.
And he said he was having stomach issues when he hit the stage for his one-man show, Shatner's World, We Just Live in It, back in 2012. And then it happened. He says, quote, all of a sudden I had to go. In fact, I was going to use the past tense. I had gone. He says, opening night on Broadway, I had just crapped my pants. So I said, all right, there's been a technical difficulty, and I'll be right back. The show must go on. He left the stage, cleaned himself up, got on with it, and then he said the quote was very successful.
He's 9,000 years old, and it just falls out at this point, I'm sure.
Absolutely, it does.
Like somebody has to tell you that you pooped your pants.
You're right. Bill?
There's something in my pants. Something.
Something in my pants.
From an outer world.
Is it a tribble?
In other bodily function news, Olivia Munn, who's hot as hell and married to John Mulaney, had a really bad experience involving sushi, a bathtub, and her stomach, as she explained on the Today Show this week.
Goodness.
So she was working in Vancouver, and one night she got back to her hotel so exhausted that she decided to combine bath time with dinner. So she ordered some hotel sushi, put it next to the bathtub while she took care of some things. Then she got into the tub, started chowing down on the sushi, and she called it, quote, one of the grossest things I've ever done with my life. But it got worse because the next day she had food poisoning, found herself projectile vomiting into a garbage can at the airport.
Yeah, because she's eating where she pooped.
Well, that and also the fish warmed. But it was not cooked to temperature.
Oof.
We're talking raw fish sushi in the bathtub with hot ass Olivia Munn.
I'm not sure there's a scenario where I would find myself eating in the bathroom because I feel like there's poop particles all over the place.
Yeah.
Right.
I don't even like to chew gum in the bathroom.
You're asking for it.
Yeah. And finally, the Billboard staff has compiled its list of the 50 best rock bands. We're going to just focus on the top.
The 50 best rock bands of all time, according to Billboard magazine.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, number one is Queen.
No,
They're number 5.
They're going to say the Beatles.
The Beatles are number 1. I have a little montage if you've never heard the Beatles.
Oh, yeah. What are they?
Have you ever heard the Beatles, you guys?
This is number 1?
This is number 1.
Oh, the Beatles, yes.
The Beatles. Ladies and gentlemen.
Okay, we all know the Beatles. Okay, so number 2 would be
Zepp.
Led Zeppelin's number 3. Good job, Boone.
Stones.
Stones is number 2. Good job, Rizz.
Okay, this is making sense. If wait, was Queen 5? Who's that?
Pink Floyd.
Pink Floyd is 4.
Oh,
Horse
Eagles.
poop. Swap those
The
two.
Eagles. The Eagles are on the list down at number 35.
Whoa.
AC/DC.
AC/DC, number 13.
They will say,
Stones.
What would you say?
Stones is 2.
Stones is 2.
They're gonna say
I'm trying
Bob
to think of who
Seger.
would be 1.
Bob
Beatles.
Seger.
The Beatles.
We've already gone through 1 through
I
5.
said Beatles were 3. No.
Beatles are 1.
We've already gone through 1 through 5.
Zeppelin
1
is
through
3.
5 is
And
done with
13
that.
and 27.
We're looking 6 through 10.
They're going to say Guns N' Roses in the top 10.
Guns N' Roses in the top 10. No, they are not.
Okay. I don't think.
They're going to say Nirvana's in the top 10.
Nirvana's number 10.
And Metallica.
Metallica's number 12.
Oh, great. Yeah, that's a great one. Man, if Freddie had stayed healthy and stayed alive, we can't even imagine what they would have done, because he was already going to so many different ways and doing opera.
He was starting to do opera stuff. And
yeah, and some of it was incredible and some of it was not, but like the dude was a go-getter, an experimenter, a bold artist, and I can't imagine what we would have been getting.
so these are rock bands, right? Are they going to say like Bruce Springsteen and the E Street Band?
No, they're not actually. So the weird stipulation is these have to be bands, so it can't be a focal of one person
okay.
on front.
Yeah, give us a
Got it.
decade.
Beach Boys.
Oh, Beach Boys, great
The
one.
Beach
Great
Boys are number
one.
19.
19. Wow.
Guns N'
Metallica
Roses.
beat
Guns N' Roses is number 23 on the list.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wow. Beach
So
Boys.
6 to 9.
Aerosmith.
Aerosmith 32.
Whoa! What?
Wow.
Boston.
Boston
Wait,
not on the list
Aerosmith? Aerosmith.
at all. Aerosmith.
32.
Like Rage Against the Machine is 22 on this list. Let me give you some of the
No
outliers.
offense to Rage Against the Machine.
Yeah, don't bring them into this. They don't
But
need to be part of your
Aerosmith.
argument.
Bring
Number
them once
32.
another into this.
November 26th, that's a pageant.
Are they going to say like the Red Hot Chili Peppers?
The Red Hot Chili Peppers are on the list at
71.
number 50.
Pearl Jam.
Pearl Jam on the list.
Pearl Jam has to be on
We're
the
still
list.
trying to do,
Oh.
top 10
They're some of the
here.
most prolific.
Pearl Jam is not on this list of top 50.
How about U2?
U2 is number 7. Good job,
Okay.
Scott.
Yeah, hell yeah. Hell yeah, dude.
Yeah.
What am I thinking?
I know. I was waiting for you, Moon.
I know, I'm
Bruh.
sorry. The Who?
I'm sorry, Pearl Jam is number 30. I just-
Bruh.
The
What'd
Who?
you say?
The Who.
Who? The Who is 11.
Heck yeah, bro. Love
Toto?
that band.
No.
Darn.
Nah.
Are we getting into like obscure? I mean, like the
No,
Ramones?
Top
Like
10.
the Ramones are 36. REM is 29. 9 Inch Nails is 34.
Can you give us a decade?
Give me the other one. ZZ Top.
ZZ
Good call.
Top.
Top 10.
No.
What of the top 10 are we missing?
Okay, so you're missing 6, 8, and 9, and I'll give you some stats. So, number 6 is a band that has been many different incarnations, and they started
Van
in the
Halen.
60s. And they've changed members and lead singers a lot.
Spinal Tap.
No.
Okay, only real answers now, okay, guys?
Changed the names.
That's a real band.
Not
Obviously
Van
not
Halen.
going to be in the top 50. Okay, so
The Police.
No.
But they're not in the
So-
top 10?
The Police.
How's that not like number 9 or something?
So since the 60s and they've changed?
They've
They were
had
together
many.
long
I want to
enough.
say that. Let me count the lead singers. I think they've had 4 lead singers.
Is it Van Halen or?
It is not Van Halen. And Van Halen,
Oh, man.
let me find them on this list.
Van
Van
Halen's
Halen's
not top
21.
20?
So it's
Damn,
obviously somebody we know, because it's a very...
Does this belong in the top 10?
Yes.
Chicago?
No.
Journey?
No.
I was trying to think of like lead singers.
See, these are all good answers.
Yeah, these are good answers, but it's not who I want.
Jefferson Starship?
No, but
or
you're in the
Airplane
right-
or some-
you're in
whatever
the
those-
right-
The Doors. The Doors got to be in
stop
the
that.
top 10.
The Doors are not top 10.
Yeah, okay, good.
They're adored by people. I know you don't. They're adored by people.
Like,
And Skinnerd.
no doubt on this list is number 43.
Who is this with from the 60s with
With
multiple
are they still playing, you said?
Oh, yeah. Well,
Genesis?
no. This
Oh
band is on
my
hiatus. They
gosh.
just recently lost a member of their band, and so they're thinking about touring again.
Kiss?
No.
Three
Is
Dog Night?
I'm so surprised you guys haven't mentioned, or if you have, I didn't catch
Wait,
it.
what did you just say that I was so excited
Women and men
about?
are in this band.
Genesis. How is
Oh, that's a
Genesis
good
not
one.
part of there?
Genesis.
Fleetwood Mac.
Top 25.
Fleetwood Mac is number 6. That's the band I'm looking for.
Fleetwood Mac.
Okay, so 8 and 9. 9 is a UK band.
Black Sabbath.
Black Sabbath is number 9. And then number 8 is Sly and the Family Stone.
Are
So-
you kidding?
I am not. So your top 10, again, Nirvana, Black Sabbath, Sly and the Family Stone, U2, Fleetwood Mac, Queen, Pink Floyd, Led Zeppelin, Rolling Stones, and according to Billboard.com, the number 1 rock band of all time is, of course, the Beatles.
That's fine with the Beatles being number 1.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, the top 5 is pretty good. I still think Pink Floyd and Queen should be swapped.
Rush?
Oh, man.
Sly and the Family Stone should be on the list.
You know what?
But not top.
No
10.
Rush.
Rush is not in the top 50 from what I'm looking at.
Oh.
Which is crazy because like REM is number 29, Green Day 39, the Velvet Underground 24, Radiohead number 20.
Oh, now you're starting to. Now this is Rizzuto
Radiohead is better than Aerosmith.
And also better than Aerosmith by one, Paramore.
Come on.
Oh, come on.
So what do you think of the list? What do you think of the list?
Fly by night and trust this list.
Get the f*** out of here.
We hate the list.
That's it. We hate the list.
And your
Throw this
crap
list in the garbage.
It's in the trash can.
Misery Business beat Tom Sawyer.
Yep.
Okay. Birthdays.
Oh yeah. A celebrity. Sorry, I was so thrown off. A celebrity celebrating a birthday today. Michael Clifford from 5 Seconds of Summer, who should be ahead.
Who's number one on the list?
Yeah, no kidding. Is 30. Dan Bird, that's Pastor Rob on Young Sheldon, and also on Cougar Town. He's 40. Jeremy Jordan from Supergirl, and Catherine McPhee's boyfriend on Smash is 41. Future is 42. Andrea Riseborough, that's Tom Cruise's lover in Oblivion. She's 44. Nadine Velasquez, Catalina on My Name is Earl. Also in Major Crimes and The League is 47. Dierks Bentley is 50. Joel McHale is 54. Callie Thorne, that's Dr. Danny Santino on Necessary Roughness. Remember that movie? Is 56. Sure. Mike D from the Beastie Boys is 60 years old. Ming Na, that's Fennec Shand on The Mandalorian. Also, the voice of Disney's Mulan is 62. Sean Young, that's the android that Harrison Ford falls in love with. And also, Finkel is Einhorn. Einhorn is Finkel. From Ace Ventura, Pet Detective is 66. Bo Derek is 69. Joe Walsh is 78. We didn't. Was Eagles top 10?
Yeah, we mentioned the Eagles.
Okay.
Not top 10, though.
President Joe Biden is 83. Norman Greenbaum, who's famous.
Spirit in the Sky.
That's right. Spirit in the Sky from 1969 is 83. And Dick Smothers, the Smothers Brothers straight man, is 87 years old today.
All right, today's porno birthday, which is being brought to you by Patricia's, where fun and fantasy meet, is Tiffany Blake. And today's birthday girl has been in 71 fine films, including The Adventures of Tracy Dick, The Deep Chill, The Girls of Cell Block F, Hot to Trot, Loose Morals, The Oral Majority 4, Revenge of the Babes 2, Saturday Night Beaver, not Jailhouse Rock, but Tailhouse Rock, Toys for Us, and Who Could Forget a Role in 2012's Rub-a-Dub-Dub, Retro Sluts in a Tub.
Retro sluts.
Tiffany Blake is 60 years old. That's your porno birthday. Those are your crappy birthdays, and that was your crap on celebrities. All right, let's take a break. We'll come back, and we will give away some stuff. That's right. We've got, let's see here, we got Urge tickets. Urge, the night after Thanksgiving, so a week from tomorrow, November 28th at the pageant. Tickets to go see Avatar playing a Point Ho-Ho show in just a couple weeks. Friday night, December 5th at the pageant. We got tickets to go see Blue October at Stiefel on Saturday night, December 6th. Tickets for Ezra Ray Hart Ho-Ho show in just a couple weeks, December 10th at the Factory. And we got tickets to go see Daniel Tosh Saturday night, March 26th at Stiefel. Rafe, after the break, what are we playing?
Mind Meld.
Mind Meld. Explain the game.
Well, you start, everyone, you clear the mechanism, and two members of the show will make a mental connection, and you each say a word, and then I will say, for instance, if you and I said river and ocean at the same time, like, okay, what is the common connective tissue between river and ocean? In 3, 2, 1, water. You would have said water.
I would have said water, yes.
And this is going to be great. I can tell it's going good already. You get 5 chances to say the same word at the same time, and you can bet on or against the
Are we going to
members.
spin the wheel to have the two people go together?
Sure. Why not?
All right. Bring up the great wheel, Moon.
Oh, okay.
And then you guys on the phone will have to bet for or against us. And we'll do, listen, I think we got a lot of prizes here. We'll do one right and you win. All right?
Oh, yeah, it has to be that way. You can bet on or against, because by the time we get through with this, it could go your way or it could not.
All right. So if you want to play 314-624-3833, 618-398-3833. Very exciting edition of Mind Meld. Next. Back to the program. Hey, we got our own YouTube page now. Yes, our own dedicated Rizzuto Show YouTube page. Make sure you subscribe. That's where you're going to get bonus stuff, challenges, punishments, comedy sketches, whatever the hell we feel like posting. It's going to be up there on our own Rizzuto Show dedicated YouTube page.
Starting to get lively in there.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah?
More people subbing and liking.
Nice.
Subbing and liking.
Smash that like button.
Liking and subbing.
Subscribe and like and smash that whatever button.
We're sharing. We're subbing.
Plus, just for subscribing, you have a chance to win your way into Rizz Show Game Night, which is happening on December the 12th. Get all the details at 1057thepoint.com.
Subbing and liking and smashing.
All right, today's contest is sponsored by
Car Star, your auto body repair experts, locally owned with nationwide guarantees. See carstar.com for a location near you.
All right, we got Urge tickets, Avatar tickets, Blue October tickets, Daniel Tosh tickets, and Ezra Ray Hart tickets, and we are playing Mind Meld. Okay, so we'll get you guys on the phone, and you will have to bet on or against us whether we will mind meld in 5 tries.
That's correct.
So we'll spin the great wheel, and if the great wheel lands on a name, we'll spin it again, and those 2 people will be partnered up. Or it could be an all play, which we also put on the wheel. Well, we'll go around mind melding.
Okay, I like
Around
this.
the horn.
Around the horn.
Toot toot.
So the mind meld is, explain, Rafe.
Mind meld is this. You start with 2 people, and I will say, clear your minds. Think of the first word that comes to your head. I will count it down, 3, 2, 1. We say the words, whatever words we get. Perhaps we get chicken and building. Then I would say, okay, what do chicken and building have in common? What is the common thread? We're trying to say the same word at the same time in 3, 2, 1. Coop. Boom. We're done here. Now, sounds easy, but oftentimes coop isn't as obvious as it sounds.
And we're also sleep-deprived dopes.
Yeah.
So there's that.
4 Joeys and a Rachel. Remember that.
Yeah. So, all right, let's get our first caller. AJ. Hello, AJ.
Hey, good morning. Happy birthday, Rizz.
Thanks, AJ. All right, let's spin the wheel, Moon. Let's see what's going to happen here. Spinning the wheel, and it's going to be...
Spinning the wheel.
Spinning the wheel. It's going to be...
It's gonna be me.
It's going to be King Scott.
King.
Okay. And King Scott is going to be partnered up with...
Here we go.
again.
Second spin says King Scott will be partnered with
Moon.
Brother time.
Moon. Cousin brothers will be playing together. Lock it in, boys.
So, AJ, do you think King Scott and Moon will mind meld in 5 tries?
Yes, I do.
AJ says yes. All right, let's see
like
if this...
Cousin of my cousin.
Let's see if this happens. Hang
Cousin
on.
of my
AJ.
cousin is my brother.
Wait, I saw your dad.
Because the first one doesn't count.
We count.
Oh, it does count?
Yeah. Let's try 1. That will be 4 attempts after.
Okay, here we go.
Here we go. Boys, clear the mechanism. Cousin brothers, connect. Guys, time to space dock. Mind melt.
What?
Here we go.
Okay.
And the first word that pops in your head, don't overthink it, and let's say it in 3, 2, 1.
Horse.
You didn't
King
say a
Scott.
damn
You didn't
thing?
say,
Okay.
you didn't,
Had the whole
I thought you were.
you didn't say a word. That's fine.
We've been
You have to
preparing.
fill your
I
brain.
forgot
for
about that
18
part.
minutes.
Okay, that is...
Okay.
Okay, so that's
I
one.
thought he's going to ask this
What
question,
happened?
and then I forgot which
All right,
game I went to the
the
wrong
key
way.
word is horse.
Okay.
Okay, horse and complete blank.
Now mind melt.
All right, we got it.
Okay.
All right, say any word you choose in 3, 2, 1.
Saddle.
Cowboy.
Cowboy and saddle.
Saddle and cowboy, not bad.
Way to go,
Okay.
guys.
What do saddle and cowboy have in common? What's a connective tissue between a saddle and a cowboy? In 3, 2, 1.
Rodeo.
What did you
Stirrup?
stirrup and
Stirrup.
rodeo?
Rodeo.
There is
That's 3.
Here we go.
Here we go. We're getting there.
Yes.
What do stirrup and rodeo have in common? In 3, 2, 1.
Bronco.
Man, I would have said boots.
I was in the Bootville.
I was in Bootville, too.
Well,
This is your final
This is
attempt.
final
so
attempt for
Boots
AJ.
and Bronco.
Bronco and
Bronco.
there is
Boots.
a commonality here.
Oh, wow.
I'm excited.
Settle
Hang on,
down,
give me
I'm
half a
online.
second. Half a
Rachel's
second.
excited.
Calm down, Rachel.
How you doing, boys? How you doing?
All right.
All right.
Wait.
Boots
Moon's not ready?
I know. I'm trying to.
and Bronco.
All right. I got.
Boots
I got one. If we're
and
gonna-
Bronco.
Why are you so sad?
Well, because I think we've lost the plot here.
All right, here we go.
Boots and Bronco. In 3, 2, 1.
Hat.
Right.
Whoa! Wow, we He did it. I didn't think you were going to
All
get
I
it.
had to do is lose faith, and then we had it.
I thought Saddle Cowboy was going to be ass. I'm going to be honest with you.
I went cheerleader.
It's literally where the two things connect.
AJ, what do you want?
Daniel Tosh.
Daniel Tosh. All right, that's our last pair of tickets for Daniel Tosh.
Man, that came down to the wire, dude.
Hey,
Whoa.
hey, good job, cousin of my cousin.
Yeah, likewise.
Whoa.
You
All
are
right,
my
let's
cousin of my cousin. You are my
let's
neighbor
spin the
and my
wheel
brother.
again.
Hang on, I gotta put King back on it.
Put
I was
King
getting
back
this
on
one
the
confused
wheel.
with
Let's
password,
go to
by
our
the
next caller.
Hey, Aaron.
Aaron,
Where
hello.
are you?
Hey,
Where is
everybody. How's it going?
Aaron right now?
All right. Oh, it's an all play.
We got an all play.
It's
Now
an all
spin
play.
to see who starts it.
What does this mean?
That means we're going to go around.
Round the horn, baby.
Around the horn.
Spin to see who our starter is.
Okay.
Oh, I see.
Starter will be King Scott.
All right. So King Scott.
Somebody's popular.
Don't
on the
make it a
wheel
blank.
Today.
King Scott will be giving
King
to
Scott
me.
and Rafe will be going first.
So the way this will work is
Spell it out.
everyone's going to get a chance. It'll start and end with King Scott. It'll start with King and me, go to me and Lern, then to Lern and Moon, then to Moon and Rizz. And if we get there, Rizz and King Scott got to finish it off or blow it for everybody.
Okay. So
All right.
Aaron, do you think
Interesting terms.
do you think around the horn we'll get it?
Since it's the first time you guys are doing it, I'm saying no.
He's saying no.
Aaron,
Okay.
how dare you?
Okay. Hang
Here's
on,
the
Aaron.
mechanism. Remember, you
Okay.
do have to say a word when I count down from 3, 2, 1.
Well, it's not password. I get it. I know.
All right.
All right. All right. Here we the mechanism. We're ball friends here. I love you.
Ball for
What?
I got your
Ball
back.
friends. We're ball
Ball
friends.
I got your
I don't
back.
have balls.
Hey,
Ball
play like a
brothers.
champion
I have
today.
a-
Let's go.
We got it.
In 3, 2, 1. Tomato.
House.
Tomato and house.
House and tomato.
This is great.
Wait. Did you say tornado or
I said
tomato?
tomato.
Tomato and
I said
house.
tomato, and he said house.
Oh, come on, this is
Tomato
easy.
and house.
This is
What
easy.
the
Yeah.
commonality?
This is easy.
Oh, hang on a
this is a
second.
walk.
Tomato and house. What's
High
the
school
common?
home run?
What is the common?
Don't even let your heart rate get up.
I'm having a heart attack.
Here we go.
Don't let even your heart rate
Here we
rise.
go.
Moon's going to count it down.
All right, give me the answer in 3, 2, 1.
Garden.
Red.
Yeah, it's garden. What'd you say?
Garden.
Did you say bread?
I said red because the tomato is red and a house can also be red.
Okay.
That's where my little
Garden
brain
was
was
the
going.
word.
All right.
Why is that the word? Garden and house?
House.
House and
Tomato.
tomato?
Tomato
You
and
put
house.
those in your backyard?
Oh, it is its house. Well, there's no roof, so shush.
Okay,
Shut your
so
mouth.
Okay, so what now?
What is it?
What are we doing? Red?
Garden.
Red
What?
garden.
Garden.
The
Red.
words are garden and red. What do garden and red now have in common?
All right.
Search your mind, search your heart.
What are you looking at me for? I got a word.
Garden and red in 3, 2, 1.
Pepper.
Tomato.
She said tomato.
I thought you were
again.
doing a throwback.
can you do that?
Let's make it a rule you cannot reuse words.
Can we do
Cannot
that
reuse-
Because
again?
otherwise that's going
You
to get
cannot reuse words.
I didn't know the rules.
I went
That's
pepper.
okay.
At least we were both
Okay.
thinking of veggies.
Not
So, all
Or, you
right.
know.
So,
Pepper and tomato.
pepper and tomato.
You two.
Me, you and I. This
Lock
is
it
number
in.
3.
You can't reuse words.
tomato and pepper.
You and I.
I know.
Moon and Rizz. Tomato and pepper.
This
Your,
is
your
good.
confidence is
I
actually
am.
throwing
Oh,
me
you know
off.
what?
Stop talking so I can count down.
I'm very confident. I'm very confident.
3, 2, 1.
Vegetable.
Seeds.
Tomatoes are fruit.
Tomatoes are
Moron.
fruit. We literally
It
just
doesn't
took-
matter.
Ah, it does matter.
All right, this
I
is
knew
it.
you were going to say vegetable, but it's a fruit.
okay.
This is it.
It doesn't matter.
Calm down,
It
Red.
doesn't matter what it is.
Are you
Yeah,
out
I
of
know
your mind?
technically tomato's a fruit.
All right, this is.
No, you don't, because you just said vegetable.
I'm just trying to find the common word. It doesn't matter if it's
Hey,
true or not.
Lock it in. You two fruits are closing it out.
We got it. We got it.
Oh,
Do we?
my
Yeah.
Lord.
What is easy?
What are the
Easy.
words?
What are the words?
Did the person bet on
Vegetable
or against?
and
Against.
seeds.
She did the right thing, Aaron.
The words
Vegetable?
are vegetable and seeds.
We got
What
it.
is the common tissue, the common
okay.
word that would unite these two things? Don't worry about anything that came before.
All right. Okay.
This is
Vegetable.
my favorite
Here we
game, by
go.
the way, because
Here
we
we go.
always
Seeds.
get angry at everyone.
Here we go.
Vegetable seeds in 3, 2, 1.
Water.
It's
Plant was the word. He said water, and we have a winner. We didn't do it.
Seed to make a
Aaron,
vegetable.
congratulations.
Because a seed.
Plant and water.
Isn't
We
a
did
plant
not get
yet.
there.
Aaron,
Congratulations.
what do you want?
You have to plant a seed to
Blue
water it.
October.
Blue
please.
October, you're going.
I wanted the buzzer.
Whatever, man.
I wanted the pain of the buzzer.
This is upsetting.
What do you mean? I
Well, that was our first time doing all play, and we sucked.
thought no. Well,
I honestly thought we were going to dunk on Garden, and
I thought so.
got away
I thought
from
that
it.
I
was
thought
it.
so too, but that was Rachel's fault.
That's okay.
Sorry. I'm Rachel.
Let's spin the wheel
It's
again.
okay. The Joeys didn't get it right either.
No.
Chris, hello.
Hello.
All right, Chris, we're spinning the wheel, and it's going to be
All right, Chris.
Rizz.
Rizz.
What if it lands on all play? the
Then we
second
start with
spin?
you.
And it goes to your
We'll
right.
do an all play and start with you.
I like that you know you're like the all-knowing man.
Well, this is his game.
Okay, tomato.
All right. So it's me and Moon.
All right, tomato face.
Chris, what do you think? Yes or no?
Yeah, I think you'll get it.
Okay. Hang
All
on
right.
1 second. Let me clear my mind.
Rizz and Moon, clear your minds. Clear it out. Clear out the garbage.
Okay, yes. Okay.
Give me a beginner word, whatever pops into your head. No wrong answers. In 3, 2, 1.
Car.
Van.
Van and car.
Car
That's exciting.
and van. So we're already halfway
Wow.
home. Now, here's the problem with stuff like this. It's
Guys.
so close,
Yeah.
you can overshoot it.
I
And once we
almost-
overshoot it, it's over.
I almost said car and thought it was
Oh,
too
that would've been
generic.
great.
Oh my gosh.
And
we
you
would've-
said van.
I would have felt so connected.
Car
Like
van.
Wordle in one.
Car, van. Yeah, Wordle in one. You get a wish. If you guys get it on the first
Yeah.
try, you get a wish, just so you know.
A little kiss, too.
Car and van, what do they have in common? Car plus van, connective tissue in 3, 2, 1.
Transport.
God. I
Transport.
thought we would
All
just,
right,
you know,
all right.
tick the box.
Transport
Gotcha.
and
No
truck.
hint.
There is a right answer for this as well.
Yes.
Transport and truck. What is the common tissue between transport, truck, in 3, 2, 1?
Semi. I tried to go a little bit more on
Semi
the nose.
and vehicle. See, when you get close on the first one, sometimes it makes it harder. Semi, vehicle.
Got it.
Don't worry about anything that came before. Semi and vehicle.
Okay,
What is the
no,
commonality?
I'm
We could go, yeah.
Are we ready?
yeah.
You have to be because I'm counting it down. Semi and vehicle in 3, 2, 1.
Highway.
Road and highway. You did it again.
Synonyms.
Oh
Synonyms.
my god. Oh my god.
You're in the vicinity.
Wow.
Synonyms.
But think about this.
That don't count?
Well, stay on track with that. Synonyms. Road and highway. Synonyms. Road and highway.
Okay,
What
we
is
got
the
it. We
common?
got it.
Is this
we
the
got
final
it.
one?
We got it.
It's
We
the
got it.
final
we got
one.
it.
Oh,
We
this
got
is
it.
it for all the marbles.
We got it. We got it.
Road and highway. What do they have in common? What is the word that we unite?
No, wait.
Well, give him a second.
What is the word that intersects
Give him a second.
with road and highway
Give him a second.
Okay, I'm ready.
Okay.
in 3, 2, 1?
Street. Yes.
Yes, it's street.
Oh my god.
Of course
we did
it's
that.
street.
We did it. We did it. Chris, congratulations. All right, Chris, what do you want?
Good job, fellas.
Ezra Ray Hart.
Ezra Ray Hart, you're going. Hang on 1 second. Wow, I can't believe we worked that out. That was amazing.
I'm impressed.
That was amazing.
You overshot and still got back.
I thought with his hint, he was going for intersection.
I was not. I was going for street. We got there.
Chrissy, hello.
Hi.
Hi. All right, spin the wheel. Let's go.
I do love this game because we end up loving each other or hating everyone.
Ladies and gentlemen,
We have an all
it's an
play.
all play. It's an all play.
That's right.
Who will be the
It's an
first
all play. Oh, boy.
spinner again?
Okay, it's going to be...
Looks like it's going to start with me and Lern. I will be
Okay.
giving a cue.
Chrissy, it's an all play. You think we'll get it?
Yeah, I think you guys will do it this time. I have faith.
All right, hang on, Chrissy. Okay.
All right.
You guys clear? Moon's going to count it down. Are you clear?
Yes.
Okay, here we go.
3, 2, 1.
Stone.
Cat and stone.
Cat and stone.
All right, Lern and Moon. Cat and stone.
Cat and stone. What does it have in common? Cat.
I've never had
Oh.
such an empty
Stone.
brain.
There is something.
Okay.
Yes.
Rafe,
Is
count it down.
and
Cat and
God.
stone.
Oh, God. Okay.
Gotta say something because I'm counting it down.
All right,
Cat
got it.
and stone in 3, 2, 1.
Litter.
Yeah. I was just saying, that's an easy one.
That was the word.
Nice.
All right, Chrissy,
Rachel.
what do you want?
Hey, you guys have Daniel Tosh tickets?
We're out of those.
Oh, I will do Blue October.
Blue October, you're going on December 6th. Hang on.
Got it in 2, baby.
That was
Yeah.
tight.
Good.
So tight.
I almost said cat, too. I almost did.
One final contestant. Let's go to Ben. Hello, Ben.
Hi.
All right, Ben, we're
Morning,
going to
Rizz.
spin the wheel.
What's up? You didn't say hi to me,
And
but I'm
it
saying
is
hi to you.
going to be, it's going to start with me, okay?
All right, we got
Will it
Rizz.
be an all play or will I be with a partner again?
Find out.
I hope it's an all play. Come on, all play.
Nope.
It's going to
Nice.
be me and
Oh,
King Scott.
whoa.
Scott.
I've never seen that.
All right, the two Scots.
The Scots have to mind meld.
Ben, yes or no?
I'm thinking no.
Okay. Okay. Here we go. Scott?
Okay, we got it.
All right. They bet against you. Remember to say a word when I count this down. Any word that pops into your little old brain.
Okay.
In 3, 2, 1.
Music.
Clown.
Music
Clown
and
and
clown.
Clown and music. Wow.
Clown?
Oh, there's an unlock here, but you guys aren't going to get it.
Clown and music in 3, 2, 1.
Concert.
What did you say, Elvis?
I said clownvis.
Clownvis.
Oh,
Oh, man. You know, I can't say it.
What did you say?
Concert.
Clownvis and concert.
Okay.
Clown,
Okay.
vis, and concert. What is it? Just think about those two words. What is the connective tissue between clownvis and concert? In 3, 2, 1.
Show.
Elvis.
Got Elvis on the brain.
Well, it's trying to connect.
Elvis and show. There is a right answer here. Elvis and show. There is a correct mind meld here. Think about it. What is just a connective tissue? Don't worry about anything that came before. Elvis Presley and a show.
Okay, let's go.
What is the connective tissue between Elvis Presley and a show?
This is number 3?
This is your
Man.
fourth try.
Fourth try. Here we go. Scott.
Elvis and show in 3, 2, 1.
Graceland.
Oh, man. Guys,
Graceland and TV.
Dang.
Neither of the words I thought
I
you
feel
were
like there was an unlock there.
Really?
There was.
I think you missed it.
There was.
Oh, there was?
But I don't want to say it till we're done.
Moon had it.
I think I...
Yeah.
Oh.
I wrote it down too.
Oh, man.
Is this our final?
boy.
This is your final one. He bet against you.
What is it? Graceland and what?
TV, Graceland, and television.
Oh, my
Good luck.
Oh, man. We are far off on this one.
Graceland and TV. What is the thing that unites those two concepts together?
Graceland?
Is there one? I don't
I think
know.
so.
I don't-
Yes, there is.
Oh, there is?
Yes, we got it.
Graceland and TV.
Look at me.
Look at me.
Look deep in his little,
Look at me.
in his ginger soulless eyes. In 3, 2, 1.
Tennessee. Damn it.
What did
Mansion
Tennessee.
in Tennessee. You did not get it.
Oh, man.
Therefore, our
'Cause
caller
he has the-
did win.
He had
Ben?
that room with all the TVs.
Congratulations. What do you
Thank
want?
you.
What do you want?
Ezra Rayhart,
All
please.
right, you're going.
I was thinking
Thank
after
you.
that.
Elvis and show. We'll say it at the same time. Elvis and show. 3, 2, 1.
Vegas, damn it.
I thought we were done.
But I thought
And I thought before that, the
I
Clownvis
had
one,
Vegas in my head too.
Clownvis one of music, I thought was horn.
Horn.
Because he's got the horn on him. It's, you know.
That's all right.
Well, listen,
Or
we did, I
calliope.
thought we did good. And we did pretty good. We did good.
Yeah, we
Tell you what,
great.
we got a couple.
It was
did
great.
good.
We won an all play in 2, and you guys won a couple. We're getting pretty good. At
We
this
did
game.
good.
We're
All right.
pretty good.
We'll
Everybody
take a break.
performed very well.
You know, we were just talking about Las Vegas, Sin City, right? That's the old nickname. What are America's most sinful cities?
Weren't we on the list?
Are we?
Yeah,
Well,
St. Louis, I thought, made a list recently.
well,
about
the financial website Wallet Hub just put out their findings for the 2025 most sinful cities in America. The results are fascinating. Now, before you get worried, it's not a religious judgment. This study is a data-driven approach comparing over 180 U.S. cities across 7 different categories, inspired by the classic 7 deadly sins.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I was
like,
gonna say-
casinos for greed.
Yeah, I was going to say, is gonorrhea one of the metrics? 'Cause
Well,
I think-
so do you know the 7 deadly sins?
Let's go through it. Sloth.
All right, sloth or laziness, yes.
Greed,
Greed, yes.
vanity,
Vanity, lust, yes.
That's 4.
Pride.
Envy.
Gluttony.
Envy, yes. Gluttony, yes.
How many is that? 6? We just missing one?
wrath.
Wrath.
Oh, yeah.
There's wrath, envy, gluttony, greed, lust, vanity, and sloth. Right, that's 7? Mm-hmm. So anger and hatred is violent crime. Jealousy is theft, fraud, identity theft. Excesses and vices, which are gluttony, excessive drinking, smoking, drug use, obesity, greed, gambling, low charitable giving.
Oh, my God. I feel like we're going to be top of the charts.
Lust is adult entertainment. Lust is search entertainment. Adult entertainment and search history for dating apps.
Does it have to be in the city limits?
Vanity is tanning salons and plastic surgery interest. And
Tanning salons?
sloth
I have eczema.
Is low exercise rates and high TV watching. You know, whenever they do these things, I don't know whether they're taking the county into account.
Oh, I just mean the east side.
Or the city. I think it's St. Louis Metro is what they...
Then we are screwed.
Well, okay, so what's number one?
Vegas.
Vegas, yes. Unsurprisingly, Vegas clinched the #1 spot. Sin City ranked first for greed, third for lust. Okay, so...
I'm going to say it's a tight race for second.
Where are we?
I think it's a tight race between us and New Orleans for second.
I was thinking Miami.
Oh. Miami's not fat.
Okay, I'll ask you about St. Louis. Did St. Louis make the top 5, top 10, top 15, top 20?
I think we have been on this kind of list last year, and I remember us being high up on it.
Yeah, top 5.
I'm going to say top 5.
We are not top 5.
Oh,
which is good, which is good.
Yeah, that is
okay,
good.
that's good.
Yeah, let's
top
applaud
10.
ourselves.
Top 10. No, we're not in the top 10.
Pride.
Nice.
Going the right direction here.
We are in the top 15, though.
Okay.
Well,
who the heck beat us?
Houston's number 2. Houston ranked number 1 for lust and also scored high for anger and hatred due to the violent crime rate there. Los Angeles ranked number 3 overall. Number 1 in vanity and also had high rates of bullying and hate crimes. So where does St. Louis fall? We are number 13. 13 out of 182.
Oh, lucky.
Not great, but it could be worse.
at least we're not, because we were number 2 at one point.
We have some very high rankings in a couple key areas. Number 2 for excesses and vices. Excessive drinking, obesity, smoking, drug overdose deaths. So, yep, we're good there. Number 8 for anger and hatred.
Killing it.
Yes, we are. Violent crime rates, aggravated assaults. Number 21 for jealousy. Yeah, that's theft, fraud, identity theft. So there you go. Number 13 as far as sinful cities go.
Okay.
Sup?
Lucky number 13.
Better than before.
What were the, give me the top 10.
Vegas, Houston, L.A., Philly, Atlanta, Denver. Miami, Dallas, Phoenix, New Orleans. Baton Rouge, Chicago, then St. Louis. Behind us, Cleveland, Memphis, Orlando, New York, North Las Vegas, Baltimore, and Nashville. So some good company, huh?
Yeah.
Huh? Good company?
Interesting. They must not have been counting certain things. If they're talking about North Las Vegas, they're separating the two. Then we skirted through without a couple key stats on
You think so?
I feel so. I feel like it.
All right, let's do some news.
Oh, yeah. We gonna do some news.
All right, let's talk about the Epstein files. Are we getting them?
Christmas came early for Rafe this year.
All right, so the president signed legislation yesterday compelling the administration to release its files on one Jeffrey Epstein. So trying to break it down here. So this now sets a 30-day deadline for the Department of Justice to make public all of its files and communications related to the Epstein case. This includes documents pertaining to the federal investigation into his death in federal prison back in 2019. Now, the legislation allows for the redaction or blacking out of names and personal details of Epstein's victims to protect their privacy and for information related to ongoing federal investigations. What's that in itself is like, ooh, we're not going to get everything.
What a cool shadow.
Yeah.
The beginning of it, totally.
Now,
the second part, shadow.
It does include this critical provision, though. The law explicitly states that the Department of Justice cannot withhold information due to potential, quote, embarrassment, reputational harm, or political sensitivity for any individual. So, that's what it says. We'll see what we get.
But, go ahead.
But what?
Well, I'm just curious how that where those two things intersect. An open investigation could be, they may not be redacting these names for because of personal embarrassment, but if there's an investigation open on that person, are they going to get their name redacted? You know what I mean? Is this,
right.
Are we splitting hairs
here?
And
who is doing the redacting and who's making the call? Who's making the call here? I'm just telling you what it says. The bill's passage through Congress was swift and pretty decisive. Cleared the House of Representatives 427-1.
I feel like everybody feels like we're going in the right direction, but nobody trusts any of this anyway.
The bill later passed with the Senate with unanimous consent. So 30 days, we'll see.
Wild.
We shall see. AAA expects a record number of Americans to travel for Thanksgiving. You talked about this the other day. Here's when you don't want to travel. So for those of you hitting the road, and Lern, you're going out to You're not going to Springfield.
Yeah, we're going to Springfield.
Close to Springfield.
Nixa.
Scott, you are going down to Springfield, right?
Yeah, hang out with them. Yeah, Lern and Tim.
Hang out with Lern and Tim.
Like we do every year.
Moon, you are...
I'm staying in town, man.
Home, okay. So they're expecting just under 82 million people to head out this year, up from around 80 million last year. 73.3 million will drive, 6 million will fly, 2.5 million would take buses, trains, and other modes of transportation. I know Scott's going by canoe.
Of course.
Can you believe it?
The worst days to leave, it depends on where you're headed, but in general, the worst times to be on the road are next Tuesday from noon to 9. And then next Wednesday from 11 a.m. to 8 p.m. When are you guys leaving?
To be honest with you, I don't know yet. It might be a Wednesday night experience. It may be a Thursday morning experience.
Tuesday from noon to 9, bad. Next Wednesday from 11 a.m. to 8 p.m., bad. Which are really broad stretches of time. It's best to leave as early as you can. The worst times to be hang home, Sunday, November 30th, between 11 a.m. and 8 p.m., and Monday, December 1st, between noon and 8. That Monday is rough because there's also regular commuter traffic. The best day to drive is next Thursday. There's usually not a ton of traffic on Thanksgiving itself.
Yeah, it's always quiet.
Yeah, that's why we might just do it that morning, Everybody's usually settled.
Get up early.
Yeah.
Yeah, I actually kind of like driving on Thanksgiving because it feels like the old days.
You're 100% right.
There's something about it where like the air just seems stiller.
You're 100% right. You're dressed up.
Yeah. And
like you kind of got some nice clothes on.
And nobody's around.
And when you go to a gas station or something, it feels incredible because you're the only one that's probably been in there all day long. You're like, wow.
Yeah, it's kind of neat.
As far as gas prices go, drivers can expect gas prices similar to last Thanksgiving when the national average was $3.06 per gallon. In Missouri, it's $2.73. In St. Louis specifically, it's $2.80 per gallon. All right, so let's talk about cars for a second.
Okay.
Would you rather buy a used car through a dealership or through Craigslist or Facebook Marketplace?
I'm a dealership girl.
Depends on the price.
Both can be intimidating.
I've done both.
I've only gone dealerships. I don't know if
I've done both, and I've traded in cars to dealerships, and I've sold cars. I have a car for sale right now that I'm
a dealership person. I don't know. I feel like there are so many bad actors out there when it comes. Oh, there are also bad actors at dealerships as well.
Yeah.
It's all a wash as long as you're protecting yourself.
Yeah.
Research it up.
I bought off Carvana, and it's a pretty good experience, man. It's hard to go back.
And we have some really good dealerships in the area. Filled with good people.
You got to go to somebody you can trust.
Yeah, filled with good people. So like I've had only one horrible experience with a dealership in this market.
So we got dealerships, we got Craigslist, we got Facebook Marketplace. Who am I leaving out? Amazon. Amazon is getting into the car game.
Good.
Okay.
So Amazon partnered with Ford.
I'm starting to think that company's going to make some money.
Amazon has partnered with Ford to sell certified pre-owned vehicles online. And it's not just a link to a dealership. You'll be able to browse the inventory, work out the financing, and complete the purchase within Amazon Autos. That's right. Now, your Ford Bronco will not be shipped to your front door in 2 days or be towed to your house with a special Amazon Prime truck. You schedule the pickup at a participating dealer nearby. So Amazon says this represents an exciting expansion of our store, giving customers access to thousands of quality vehicles backed by Ford's inspection and warranty programs. We are creating a car buying experience with the convenience Amazon is known for.
So they're third-party selling for dealerships?
Yes.
Oh, interesting. Maybe that's not that bad.
People online are hoping that Amazon's process can make things more transparent than negotiating directly with a dealership.
Okay, so this is the same thing as Auto Trader and everything else.
Sounds like that.
It's the exact same thing. It's just you got more eyes and more leverage for Amazon.
And let's be honest. You know, dealerships have earned a reputation for being pushy, sneaky, and even outright deceptive. Now, if you're a big Amazon nut, you may know that Amazon Autos was launched a little while ago, but has not gained much traction. This new deal to sell used Fords could make it a much bigger thing, though. And for now, you still have to pick up the new vehicle at the dealership, but some people on social media are saying things like, you know, death to dealerships, thinking that if Amazon is in the game now, the whole industry could be shifting. But, you know, dealerships are still setting the prices, so don't expect like Amazon Prime Day to have, you know, lightning deals on 2018 Ford Focuses, you know?
Yeah, that's interesting.
But this is kind of, Costco does the same thing, right? Where you could buy your car from there, but I think it's through a dealership.
Yeah, maybe.
I mean, with.
I wonder how dealerships feel about it. I'm curious. I'm going to ask some of my buddies there.
Yeah, see what they think.
Well, because it's like...
Do they work at Ford?
I mean, it's almost...
I bet you're not going to be happy because nobody's going to get a commission.
Oh, this is only Ford?
Ford, just Ford.
Oh, no, I was talking about the Acura dealership, the Lita Acura dealership, and the David Taylor guys. Neither are Ford.
No, this is just, they have just specifically
only Ford.
signed with Ford.
Well, that's
for
fascinating.
now.
But I wonder if it's like DoorDash, where it's like really good for some restaurants and really not that great for others. But,
well, I'm sure
if
you are a salesman, you're not stoked.
No. But also,
Very
I think
true.
I don't see how this is going to be all that great of an advantage for a buyer, because you can go into the dealership, work out your deal, and feel good about it. This one is like, well, we got a set price. That's it.
Are you a good haggler, Rafe?
Pretty good, yeah. You got to be willing to walk, though.
Mm-hmm.
You got to be willing to hit the bricks. I've had that experience at the dealership, and there are some really good ones. And when I was looking for a car recently, they did me right. I went out to Frank Lita. They did me right, man. And for the car for the boy. And it wasn't like no hag. I said, hey, this is what I need. This is what I'll spend. Show me what you got for that. And they did me right. But I've been to dealerships where I'm like, hey, this is what I'm here to spend. And I had cash. And I'd be like, show me a car for $12,000. And they'd pull one around and be like, well, this one's $16,000, but we'll finance the other $4,000. And I'm like, no, I said, show me a car for $12,000. And then, 3 cars later, I'm still seeing cars for like $15,000, $20,000.
Right.
They're trying to like push financing on you. And you're like, all right, I got to go. I gave you guys an opportunity to make money today, and I'm out of here. But I'm a pretty good haggler. That was the only thing I missed about the Carvana experience. Is it kind of is what it is. You pick the car.
price.
Yeah.
They drop it off at your house. They offer a good 60-day warranty. You get 7 days to return it, no questions asked.
Well, I think that's what this is. Like Amazon, here's the price.
Yeah.
If you don't like it and you want to return it, do you got to take it up to Kohl's and walk into the back?
Yes. Or Whole Foods. You can do it at Whole Foods.
That was the thing about, I was like leery about, buying online. It's like, what do you do if there's a problem? But it was like they
come pick it up, right? My son-in-law did that.
Up to 7 days for any reason. You just be like, I don't like it. I got it, and I drove it, I don't like it. And they'll just come get it. You don't even have to give them a specific, no
questions
mechanical,
asked?
no questions asked for 7.
My son-in-law did that, and I think within the first few days, he's like, this ain't for me. And they came and got it.
You get a 60-day. The only thing you lose is like the delivery. They have cars with no delivery fee. Some of them might be like $250. You lose that.
I don't know. I kind of like hey, if you're going to sell me a car, look me in the eyes and sell me the car.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look me in the eyes and sell me this car. Is this a good deal or not?
Just depends on what you want to get. I was happy. They delivered it right to my house, dropped it off a truck, ready to go, temp plates on.
Neat.
Bang, boom. I never left my house.
They deliver you a 7-day test drive, basically. If you choose to return it to a local lot.
I'm sure Amazon is copying the Carvana model because they see the success and the money that company's made.
Jeff says Carvana allows you to exchange cars 3 times.
Oh, but once you commit, you're committed to something within 3. Is that the case? You can't get your money back.
You can.
Is that what it is? Oh, okay.
You don't have to buy.
314 on the Schreier text line. Every dealership is going to go to no haggling now because of this, maybe. I don't know.
That's interesting.
We should all try our best to avoid fights on Thanksgiving because it's just not worth it. But until then, 2 idiots in North Carolina are facing charges after a fight over a Thanksgiving turkey turned into a shootout. That's right, 64-year-old Mark Foy, 55-year-old Antonio Johnson, both shopping at a Food Lion store in High Point, North Carolina last Thursday. And one of them got into it with an employee over the price of a turkey. They had a deal where you could get one for 29 cents a pound, but you had to spend $35 first, like Schnucks is doing.
Yeah, it's 57 cents a pound.
But then you have to spend $25 first. One of them didn't understand the deal and got lippy with a female cashier. So the other guy stepped in and it turned into a fist fight. It sounds like Mark may have been the jerk and Antonio was just trying to help, but it's not clear. There's video of them fighting near the front of the store when Mark pulls out a gun and points it in Antonio's face. Happy holidays.
Yep.
They both left the store, but it also turned out that Antonio had a gun. And they got into a shootout in the parking lot. I don't mean to laugh, but I mean, just morons.
Mm-hmm.
Just idiots. Here's what it all sounded like.
Everybody get out! Don't pull your gun! He got a gun!
Customer came from register 6, ran over to the man that was all in my face, was like, this is a woman, talk to me like that. Next thing you know, they right there, confrontation go on, they fighting. The man was steady tussling, trying to get his gun out his pouch to shoot the other man.
Nice.
And the man was like, oh, you want to pull out a gun? They met right there where them officers at and started shooting.
All right, well, 'tis the season to be jolly.
It is.
Hey, kudos to the people, by the way, that always shout, "He's got a gun." I really do appreciate those people. Because if I'm anywhere in public, like,
well, you have to be right about it, though. You have to be.
I mean, I'd rather you shout it and it be false than.
Well, then not shout it at all.
Yeah.
But also, if it's false, then you cause stampede.
But I'm serious. I mean, I've been a place or two where somebody screams, "He's got a gun." And it makes a difference. It changes the whole tone of every moment that goes by and those next decisions. You know what I'm saying? And I'm serious. It's almost like a fight or flight. Like some people are, he's got a gunners. You know what I'm saying? And I like those people.
Well, Antonio was shot in the arm, taken to a hospital. Thankfully, nobody else was hurt.
You ever been in a scenario where somebody pulls a gun?
No.
Yes, I have.
Yeah, an alleyway in San Francisco. And I remember the voice going, "Hey, he's got a gun!" And as soon as you hear that, everybody is acting slightly differently. And thank goodness, because it was like a brawl and you couldn't see a lot of things. And as soon as you hear that there's a gun involved,
I was with the person that had a gun.
Oh, okay.
Wait, what? Yeah, it's a story for another day.
Well, when we used to be down at the old station, there was that stoplight. I was heading towards downtown there. Anyways, I got stopped at a stoplight, and this group of guys walked right to my car, and I was behind, other cars, and he walked up to my window and pulled his shirt up to show me he had a gun, and I just kept staring at him, and by the grace of God, they just all left. I don't know what happened, but
Wow.
he
You
walked
licked
away.
your lips.
It's like, huh?
Threw him off.
you didn't scream, "He's got a gun!"
No.
I said, "Oh boy."
Yeah. I was in a house when it got robbed, so no one needed to scream it. We all,
Oh boy.
everybody saw it, pretty plain as day.
Yeah. But somebody
It was
needs to
the-
be out there shooting the flare, you know?
It'll sober you up quick when somebody pulls one out, that's for sure.
Yeah, when it's your father.
I was with the guy.
My grandpa pulled a gun every day.
When it's your father and you're with your new girlfriend,
Oh, boy.
who's now your wife.
Welcome to the family.
Your dad pulled a gun on your wife?
No, pulled a gun on somebody else.
Oh, all right.
Oh, is this that same one? Is this that same story or is this another story?
There are many stories.
Oh boy.
Okay, I think this is a different one.
We were, all right, might as well we were, me and Amelia were just dating, and we were with my parents going somewhere, and we were at a gas station, and somebody walked in front of my dad's car, and my dad got out, and the two got into it, and next thing you know, somebody had a gun out. And I started laughing, and Amelia's like, "Oh my God." I'm like, it's fine.
Everything's
He does
fine.
this all the time.
It's fine. This is what I'm getting into? Yeah, you are.
Dennis loves brandishing his firearms.
Yeah.
This is just what Dad does.
This is just a thing. It's fine. Nobody's going to get hurt.
Okay. Okay.
It was always on the road, right? Because you told us another story years ago.
Oh, that was the dogs.
Yeah, when you were in a back seat, you were like a kid.
Somebody cut my dad off.
Oh, yeah, you told me this.
Somebody cut my dad off, and then my dad cut that guy off, and they forced each other onto the side of the road. This is somewhere in Long Island. I was in the car. My brother was in the car. My brother had to have been 3 years old.
He had a gun.
No, nobody brandished anything, but my dad got out of the car to go fight the guy. And the guy, and you could see in the back of his car, had a giant dog that was like at the back window, barking, and I could see this thing foaming at the mouth. And next thing you know, the guy goes to let the dog out to get my dad, and the guy opens up the door, and the dog runs away.
See ya. He's like, I'm out of here.
Yes. I mean, this dog was like
He's all
that kind of thing. I'm like, oh my God.
Why does it seem like a great
I remember
comedy?
like it were yesterday.
Oh,
Dogs all talk. He's like, I'm going to get you. I got an appointment. You better not be here when I get back.
I mean, all I just remember is them two pointing to each other, and this guy going over the door and opening up the door to let the dog out, probably to attack my father, and that dog just ran away immediately.
He saw the gun.
Ran away.
Gosh, that is great.
Yeah, my grandpa he had a gun around like Frank and Always Sunny. Like it was just always
all right.
He just was loose. He always had a derringer on his ankle when he'd go for walks. Like he always was armed for some reason.
Yep. We had, when Allison married into the family, we have a family member or a friend of the family that basically their family, and they would come up, and he's now passed away last year, but he used to carry on both sides of his hips, like the Wild West. He had two guns,
right.
and he had this
That was it.
giant cup. He had a giant gas station cup, and you'd see him in there pouring beer into it. And the guy was hammered all day long with two guns just sitting out there, and I'm like, it's fine.
It's
don't worry.
fine.
He's all right. He's on
It's
our
fine.
side.
Only beer.
I had to tell Amelia, like, she obviously was shocked.
Sure.
It's fine. Like, it's...
Yeah, no big deal.
Yeah.
Next time you talk to her, ask about it. It's a very, well, now looking back, it's, at the time,
It's a fond memory now, probably.
Yeah.
One of the many with your dad when he was living.
Yeah. But I can understand how she was like, oh my God, what? All right, that's your news.
Your mom just checked in and said there was no fight because the guy had to run after his dog.
Did you guys help?
Yeah, there was no fight.
Yeah.
The man had to run after his dog. Ask, is she in there?
Yeah, she's on the Rizz Show page.
Ask her if she remembers the gas station incident. When Amelia and I were just dating.
Oh, my goodness.
Was she there?
Let's see.
Yeah, oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Give her a second. She's there right now. Yeah, somebody said the dog was just an excuse for this guy to get out of fights.
That's hilarious.
All right, Moon, what do you got for
All
us?
right, listen here. Sports are brought to you by Chuck's Hot Chicken. With 5 area locations, Chuck's is the locally owned hot chicken spot, voted best fried chicken sandwich in Missouri. The Blues are out on the road getting ready to face the Flyers tonight. We talked yesterday with Carbs about this game and what to expect. The puck drops at 6 p.m. You can catch the game on FanDuel Sports Network Midwest or listen 101 ESPN. Team's hoping to build some momentum after that tough overtime loss, yet again, in Toronto. This game is actually a rematch from last Friday where the Flyers narrowly beat the Blues in a 6-5 shootout right here in St. Louis. Across the state, we got Kelsey back in the news again because he's singing the praises of his fiancée, Taylor Swift. On the latest episode of their New Heights podcast with Jason and Travis, the brothers celebrated the huge achievement. Apple named the episode featuring Taylor Swift as one of the top podcast episodes of the year.
I would imagine.
Huge numbers. Now, Travis gave all the credit to Taylor, saying that she was so magical. Quote, so magical.
Yuck.
And the reason for the show's massive boost in popularity.
Yuck.
No way. He reportedly proposed right after they finished recording.
They are engaged and in love.
That record-breaking podcast episode back in August. Now, listen, if you're flipping TV tonight, NFL's Thursday night football game features a pretty interesting matchup between the Bills and the Texans. Everybody in this room is like, all the Bills all the way. But even though C.J. Stroud is most likely out because of that concussion, don't forget the freaking Texans have the #1 defense in the entire league. They hardly give up any points or yards. Now, I know the Buffalo Bills are like on fire right now as far as the offense goes, but this could be a classic case of high-powered offense versus brick wall defense. Everybody got
the Bills. I got the Bills. Everybody taking the Bills?
Sure.
Yeah, Lauren doesn't know yet.
I haven't done my picks yet.
Make sure you do your picks, everybody.
If Stroud was playing, I would go Texans, but I'm going Bills.
Bills. We need to lock in this week.
Bills, my telephone.
Make your picks, 1057thepoint.com/.
We're only up by 1, guys.
I know.
And
we're only up by 1.
Finally, in some lighter and frankly pretty funny sports news, legendary NFL coach Bill Belichick was spotted.
Oh, God.
Supporting his girlfriend. He's so supportive.
Grandpa's such a supportive grandpa.
Grandpa was in the spectator section of the cheerleading competition because, Bill is 73. He's now the head coach for the North Carolina Tar Heels. And his 24-year-old girlfriend, yes, is a member of the 3-time world champion co-ed cheer squad.
Where's the vomit now? Can we have the vomit again? Thank you.
Photos from the event show him standing up cheering with palms. Just kidding. He looks so grumpy and so...
Did anybody see the picture of this? Oh, my God. It's beautiful.
He couldn't be more uninterested.
He looks grumpy and, quote, less than impressed while sitting in the stands.
Somebody said this is what you look like at your daughter's cheer events.
And he's not wrong.
No. Yes.
Yes. I'm moving that's your sports because doing the bull dance, feeling the flow, working it.
All right, here's a question about football. So a Canadian sports betting site used a Google keyword planner to figure out which NFL team is the most hated in the United States. Which NFL team is the most hated in the United States?
I would say...
What team is it?
Well, the Chiefs are pretty hated.
It's not the Chiefs.
Is it the Patriots?
No, I was shocked.
Show me the Dallas Cowboys.
The Dallas Cowboys are tied for 5th.
Really?
Show me the Eagles.
The Eagles are number 1.
Wow. Yeah. It's just too much out of that city.
The Eagles are the most hated. The Philadelphia Eagles are the most hated team in the country.
Wow. Honestly, I think it's Eagles fans, and then when the team is doing really well, it's just so easy to hate them. You know what I mean? If you're an Eagles fan, I'm really happy for you.
I think the tush push has everybody pretty fired up, too.
Well, so they went state by state. So they figured out which states hate what team the most. And the Eagles had 13 states. The Raiders were second. The Raiders, so the Las Vegas Raiders, are the second most hated NFL team.
Yeah.
And you know what? Missouri is on the list of hating the Raiders. Why?
Chiefs, divisional rival.
Yeah, that's a rival. Has been for decades.
Okay.
Big time.
That makes sense.
Big time rival.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Didn't think about that.
And I think the Raiders are one of the only teams that can be really horrible.
I'm only thinking St. Louis, that's why.
I think the Raiders are one of the few teams that can be horrible and still hated, whereas the Eagles, I think it's also because they're winning and all that, which is crazy because they have like the nicest quarterback. You know, everybody's like, I feel like even Eagles haters are kind of like, well, Hurts is good. He's fine. He's all right. Every article you hear about the guys, he's so nice. He lives in a $2,000 a month apartment. He's saving all his money.
Yeah,
he's great to his mama.
He drives a crappy car. All right, so Missouri hates the Raiders.
The Chiefs have Kermit the Frog. Who's nice? Who's more likable than that? And everybody hates them too.
Yeah, you're right.
The Chiefs weren't even on the list.
That's great. I guess
who does Illinois hate?
You get thumped in the Super Bowl, you get knocked out of pay.
Who does Illinois hate? The Titans?
No, and it makes sense.
Browns, Bengals?
Think about the Bears.
Packers.
Oh, Packers, duh.
Yeah.
Illinois is a Packer-hating state. Missouri is a Raider.
Who's the Wisconsin hate? Chicago?
Chicago.
I would imagine.
Or the Vikings. I bet you they hate Minnesota even more.
I gotta look.
Or Steelers.
Hey, who's Rhode Island pissed at? That's what I want to know.
Everybody.
I hate the Steelers.
Who's Rhode Island hate? Because they probably hate a team like the Oilers. They don't even know who's playing anymore.
Rhode Island? They probably hate the Patriots.
You think?
I don't know.
I think
I bet you they would. No.
Buffalo?
They hate the Bills.
Rhode Island is a New England place, so they're probably all They're probably all Patriot fans.
That's what I would think.
Sorry to hear that. I love Rhode Island. I hate to hear that.
Was there any leftover Patriot hate from all of the years they were good? Or do you feel like it leveled out?
You know what?
It did level out because they took such a fall.
Yeah.
I'm very interested right now. What do you mean? What did you say Missouri hated? What do we hate?
Raiders.
We hate the Raiders.
We should be hating the Rams, right? We should be hating the LA Rams. What's wrong with us? I thought we all hate it.
Because it ain't the Rams.
Rhode Island hates the Cowboys.
Okay.
Okay.
Wow, they're stuck in the 90s.
When in doubt.
That sounds about right.
Wisconsin hates the Bears.
Yeah,
The Bears.
Wisconsin hates the Bears.
Really? Not Minnesota? I thought the Vikings and the Packers just hate each other. Or is that like some friendly, like, hey, we're both Northerners, everything's fine, and we say words
No.
funny?
Where boots you from?
Ah, boot. Yes.
Minnesota and Wisconsin are too polite to say they hate each other.
Yeah,
Nevada.
I don't have any reason to hate
Nevada.
More of a strong dislike there, eh?
Kansas City.
Nevada hates Kansas City. Colorado hates Kansas City. Wyoming hates Kansas City.
Well,
Wyoming.
That's because they're Broncos fans.
Man.
Montana hates the 49ers.
All right.
Montana, of all the
Gold country.
all the places. Montana.
Yeah.
Well, they're Seahawk fans.
Oh, that's right. And then California hates the Seahawks.
Oh, 49ers? Like all of those teams
Dude, it's
hate the Seahawks?
crazy. The Seahawks have that whole Idaho, Montana. That's all Seattle Seahawk country. I didn't know that till I was
Washington,
up there.
Washington,
Idaho. What's
Really, Oregon, too. They don't have a team.
Yeah. And then also the
They
Mariners.
got like 5 or 6 states up there that are diehards.
Yeah.
Like I was seeing Seahawk stuff all around Yellowstone. And
Texas.
Wyoming
Texas hates
and
Philly.
Philly.
New Mexico hates
Philly.
Philly.
Okay.
Oklahoma hates Philly.
I would think Dallas.
Arkansas hates
Everybody.
Philly. Alabama hates
Philly.
Philly.
Philly's doing good.
South Carolina hates
Philly.
Philly.
I think Alabama would be a fan of brotherly love.
Hey,
New Jersey hates
Hey, you get out of here. That's Mississippi.
the Cowboys.
Nosy people.
All right, we got time for a couple emails. RizzShow1057thepoint.com or your Point mobile app or through the instant feedback.
Emails are so finicky. They are brought to you by Glenn Brothers Garage Door. Garage Door giving you trouble? Call Glenn Brothers Garage at 618-900-4239 or at glennbrothers.com. Hey, fellas and Lern.
Hi.
If you need a punishment for Moon in the future, just make him play 36 holes of golf in August or anytime it's 100 degrees over, and think and make him drink a 12-pack of NA IPA beers before he's done. Loyal Weirdo Joe.
Okay.
We were talking about different punishments and how it should be individual punishments. Like if you lose, it's a Rizz specific punishment.
Customized to you.
Customized to you, which I think that's a good idea. Worth exploring.
I eat a whole onion on air and pass away. In front of
I would have to really think of what...
The lawyers wouldn't let us do that.
I would have to really think of what tortures me. It's a lot. So there'd be a lot to choose from.
Think about that.
It'd be just, it'd be somebody in a room just chewing loudly.
The follow-up email was would you guys consider doing specific punishments to a person?
Put me in a room with a loud chewer, and that's it. I will go nuts. A loud chewer eating Doritos.
What we would do to
for an
you
hour.
is put you in a studio with headphones, and then we would go in and be on mic chewing. We would just be eating lunch.
It would just be chewing, and it would be eating potato chips and any crunchy thing, and me with headphones on, chained to a chair.
I'm not going to tell you what it would be for me because I don't want to deal with this. And that's how I'm going to get out of this experience.
Okay. I can only imagine. But, Rafe, onions for you?
I mean, if I had to eat a whole onion, I'm gone.
Yeah, that's bad for anybody, but that's death.
I wouldn't die, but I would want to.
Well,
I would be miserable.
What would be your thing?
I'd be miserable.
But that's like physical harm.
Well, if you remember,
we're thinking more psychological.
For Jeff,
psychological.
For Jeff, we did. He was supposed to do 12 hours overnight listening to "Achy Breaky Heart" on continuous. Like for you, it'd be Shinedown.
Yeah.
Or Van Halen with Hagar.
That'd be worse.
Oh yeah, play right
that's
now.
Mine.
We'd actually a meet
Make
and
me
greet with
stand
Sammy
on a
Hagar.
street corner and denounce David Lee Roth.
We're gonna make you.
To the public.
We're gonna send you to Sammy's residency in Vegas coming up in March. You have to be decked out in all Red Rocker gear, and then we're gonna let you meet him after the show.
Yeah,
And you have to
he's
act
a
like
nice
you love
guy.
him.
If we took away language,
he is a nice guy.
if we took away language from you, and we like anytime somebody spoke to you, you could only respond. You could only respond with "Hey, it's your tomorrow." That's the only, for 24
what would
hours.
Scott's be? Scott would be, what would your punishment be?
My punishment would be, let's see here.
I think Joe got it right with my whole golfing one, because that would be torture.
I would love for that to be my punishment.
Because you hate golf?
Nah,
Here's what I hate. I hate being bad at things, and I'm just so bad at golf. And it makes me hate myself. It makes me not want to be around. I hate playing golf.
No, for you it'd be not golf, because at least you're outside. There could be some enjoyment out of that. It'd put you in a room with the door triple locked, and you have to listen to Godsmack's entire catalog.
There we go.
That's torture for you. You want torture? That's torture. Not being outside drinking a couple NA IPAs and
He
playing
hates IPA,
golf.
though.
Yeah, I really don't like that.
I think for me, making
We're talking torture.
Well, put Godsmack in the headphones.
We're talking
while he's playing golf.
He's playing golf.
So even if he is trying to have a good time,
No,
he
because
can't.
there's some. At least you're outside where you could garner. I'm talking. You're inside, and you have to
Sweltering
listen
heat.
to the entire Godsmack catalog.
Golf
and
simulator.
You cannot turn anything off.
Golf simulator, turn the AC off. Godsmack in the headphones.
Yep.
Has to drink 12-pack IPA and play 36 hours.
Scott, you got one?
maybe two, because one would be just put me on a street where there's always red lights.
You're not a great driver.
I would hate that one, but I think the other one would be make me have to go and perform an opera. You know,
I can see that.
The whole noise you have to make with your jowls.
The next email is also for you.
All right, quickly. We have
Hey, guys
1
and
minute.
gals, this question is for King Scott, but I'm curious, what comes with the subscription to being King Scott's friend on Venmo? Will we ride bikes together, maybe build forts in the woods, play hide and seek, play video games? Will he ever have time for me with all his other paid friends? I'm really trying to see how to get the best bang for my actual buck.
I have an answer. He's stealing your money. Okay,
I'm
that's what
not.
he's doing.
That's from Tiffany.
No, it's an incredible friendship, and it'll last forever and ever. And maybe the bicycle
You
thing
get
can
no
happen.
benefits. He's taking
like-
your money. Okay, that's it.
Well, I'm entertaining my friends.
The benefit you get for being King Scott's friend on Venmo is a personalized, handwritten, photocopied note asking you for more money.
That's right.
Amen. Yeah,
All right.
King Scott rules, by the way.
We got to take a
Be my
break. We'll
friend
come
on
back. We'll
Venmo.
wrap her up. That's it for us. Appreciate y'all tuning in. Donnie Fandango is next. If you missed anything on the program, make sure you check out the clip of the day brought to you by Michael's Flooring. Also, the podcast brought to you by Dobbs Tire and Auto Centers. And today's podcast is titled,
I'll be fencing before the new year.
all right, make sure you get your tickets for Rizz Show Live. Rizz Show Game Night, December 12th, over at the Pageant. Also, we're doing the talent show. So if you got a unique talent, you think you have what it takes to get on stage in front of all the Rizz Show weirdos at the Pageant, go to 1057thepoint.com. Maybe we'll pick you. Open up the show for us. Also, check out the Rizz Show new YouTube page, our own dedicated. Yeah, we're off the points YouTube page. We got our own now.
Yeah.
So make sure you subscribe.
Moved out of Dad's basement.
That's right. On our own. I like it out here.
Me too.
I like it too because the trolls haven't figured it out yet. which is really
don't
cool.
tell them.
Yeah.
What'd
Moon,
you do?
Moon, what else?
The day after Rizz Show Live, we got Punk Rock Christmas, so we can bring in the new year together with some rock and roll versions of all things Christmas. December 13th, punkrockchristmas.com. That's at the Pageant. And then My Posse in Effect and Rage Against the Machine tribute from the Teenage Dirtbags is November 26th at the Pageant the night before Thanksgiving. So if you're staying in town, come friggin' party with us on Thanksgiving. Thepageant.com for tickets.
Learn.
Let's see. Saturday, I will be at Del Mar Hall with my band Lane Arrows opening up for Clapton Chronicles. So come on out and see us there. And then if you don't like music and you like motorcycles, I'm going to be at Ted's Harley Davidson on the 29th, which is next Saturday from 10 until noon for a Rizzuto Show blood drive. So save some lives, ride off on two wheels, and come see me at Ted's.
Awesome. Rafe.
Go to Del Mar Hall this weekend. Otherwise, no notes.
Scott.
Also, I have a Christmas book called King Scott and a Perfect Christmas, and there's going to be a new colored edition coming out. And if all goes well, it's next Friday. Will drop on Friday on Amazon, everywhere. Books are sold like that on Amazon, nowhere else. So.
I didn't know we were using that word anymore, but okay.
What,
In a
Amazon?
coloring book. What are we talking about right now?
You son
That's
of a
our
hooch.
show.
Am I in it this time?
That's our
Did you
show,
put
guys.
on
You proud of yourself?
There's
You're
some
really
updates
proud of
to it.
yourself.
There's
That's our
updates
show
to
for
this.
the day. All right, we leave you with a selection from our Teamers Remember the Day, brought to you by Hot Shot Sports Bar and Grill from St. Louis. Beth Hartman is our Teamers Remember the Day.
That's all right.